Good evening. Good evening, Giants fans. And welcome to another edition of That's Right, Victory Freaking Monday. This is as many Victory Mondays this year as I've done as I did all last season. Right? How good does it feel, Giants fans? 4-1. Beating a Green Bay Packer team nobody gave us a chance to beat. How about them Giants? They just continue to win. People continue to doubt. People continue to hate. People continue to say it's a fluke. It's fool's gold. Not so far. Not so far. Very difficult game against the Ravens coming up. No one's going to pick us to win that one either. Doesn't mean we can't win. New York Giants have been in every one of these games so far this year. They've been great at making second half adjustments. I said it against Green Bay. I'll say it against Baltimore. As long as we're in that game in the fourth quarter and Daniel Jones isn't forced to drop back and throw every time, we got a damn good chance to beat them too. So, it's just amazing. It feels freaking good, man. The Giants haven't been 4-1 in 13 years. The last time they were this good through 5 games, they were 5-0 in 2009. And, that season they did end up falling apart, but it's just been a long time. It's been a long time since we've been a relevant team, since people don't just look at the Giants as, oh, there's an easy win, there's an easy game. That's just a speed bump. It's an extra bye. It's a scrimmage. The teams can't look at the Giants like that anymore. You may look at the team on paper and say, oh, well, geez, they got nobody, man. Who the hell are they throwing to? Their offensive line stinks, and their wide receivers stink, and they got no impact linebackers, and their secondary's beat up. And you know what? You don't play the games on paper. You play the game on the field. And there is no substitute for effort. It never takes talent. It does not take effort to it does not take talent to hustle is what I'm trying to say. It takes effort. Somebody that gives 100, 110% every freaking game, someone that's willing to outwork you on every play, whether you're more talented than them or not, it's going to be very difficult for the team that's going against those type of guys. And that's the New York Giants. They fight on every play. They scrap and claw their way to victory every week. Even against Dallas, they were up 13-6. And they ended up losing at the end. Dallas was better that night. That doesn't mean they'll be better on Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. We play them in Dallas. But they were better. And there's a really big game this weekend between Dallas and Philadelphia. I'll be live for it. I'll be streaming it because I want to watch it. I want to watch it with you guys and girls. I think it'll be a damn good game. It'll be a real test for both of those teams. Definitely the best team that Philadelphia has played so far. I don't know if they're the best team we've played so far. I mean, Green Bay is pretty good, and Baltimore is obviously pretty good. But we saw Cincinnati hold Baltimore to 19 points. There's no reason to think the Giants can't hold them in that area. Wink Martindale, he would know. He would know he would know Lamar Jackson as good as anybody, So he would know what kind of defense to call, I would imagine, what his strengths and weaknesses are, and I think that bodes well for us. So we'll see. Hopefully Leonard Williams plays in this game. Hopefully Azeez Ojulari plays in this game. Leonard Williams, I would imagine, they brought him to London. He was slated to play. He was kind of a last-minute scratch. Hopefully Azeez Ojulari can play because, again, we have not seen Azeez Ojulari, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Leonard Williams on the field at the same time. We've already seen the massive impact that Dexter Lawrence has made. Can you imagine the impact Lawrence can have if all 3 of those guys are healthy? It'd be pretty awesome to see it happen. So, listen, man, for the first time in years, I can go into any game and say we have a legitimate chance to win. We have a legitimate chance. Without a doubt. There's a legitimate chance for us to win. It feels good to be 4-1. Now, I've done a couple of videos Don't let those people tell you. I mean, I did a video today. Guys like, oh, the Giants. It's a Giants fan. Oh, they suck. They're ruining their draft pick. The people that want to talk about the draft picks and the drafts next year, and how we're going to have a bad draft pick, and we're not going to have a top end draft pick. What do you people want a top draft pick for? I'm just curious. What does a top draft pick do? Why do we need a top 5 draft pick? Oh, because I want to be good in the future. Well, the future's right now. They're 4-1. Isn't the goal to win games? Why do you want to lose games to get a high draft pick and hope that guy pans out? You might end up losing more games. Why can't you just enjoy winning? I mean, I understand the Giants have beaten us down as a fan base. I get it. I understand. I've been here for the last 5 years. I've been on YouTube since, I came back in 2014. I've been here for 8 freaking years, repping this team every freaking week, as bad as they've been. I don't go anywhere. I live stream the games. I do Talk of Giants with Chris. I make videos. I'm always here, good, bad, or indifferent, and it's been a ton of bad. And there ain't no question about that. So if you're dealing with bad football and you're dealing with losing teams and you're sick and tired of losing, why the hell can't we enjoy winning? I just don't understand. Some people never be satisfied. I know I'm never satisfied in the gym. It don't matter what I do. I'll never be satisfied in the gym. So I get that. I guess that's the hill some Giants fans want to die on is, this ain't going to last. The defense ain't any good. We get lucky in it. Who cares? A win is a win, man. Does it matter how you win? The whole reason you go out there on Sunday is to win a football game. The Giants are doing that. So why aren't you happy with it? Well, why the hell do we got to blow everybody out? Would it make do we have to win every game 49-0 for people to be like, oh, the Giants are good? I just don't understand. I don't understand that. I don't understand that way of thinking, especially with how bad we've been over the last 5 years. I would think that we'd be satisfied with any type of victory, especially starting out 4-1. I mean, who looked at that schedule and said, we're starting 4-1? We haven't really come to the easy part of our schedule yet. We have the Jags, we have the Texans, we have the Lions. Those are winnable games. And then you look at the Colts. They're no good. That's a winnable game. Something you probably didn't think at the beginning of the year. You look at the Commanders. They're bad. There's 2 winnable games. So you got the Jaguars, the Seahawks, who are a little better than I thought they'd be. With the Jags, the Seahawks, the Lions, the Texans, 2 against the Commanders. There's 6 games. 6 games that are extremely winnable. We've already won 4. You got the Cowboys again, tough. You have the Eagles twice. That's obviously very tough. But there's a lot of winnable games in front of the Giants. And like I said, man, there's no reason to think that we can't beat every team on our schedule, in my opinion. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm enjoying the 4-1. I'm enjoying doing these streams where we're winning games, as opposed to coming out here and complaining about everybody and everybody sucking and the coaches sucking. And I absolutely love Brian Daboll. I mean, I know, Baddog, you felt the same way about Joe Judge. I did. I admit it. I did like Joe Judge a lot, even when the stuff didn't translate on the field, because I liked the way he talked. But actions speak louder than words. And you see Brian Daboll's crew, they play tough. There's just something different about the coaching staff. There's just something different about the team. There's just a different aura. There's a different culture. And as I've said since the beginning of the year, winning builds culture. Giants are winning. You win some close games. You build confidence. You sit there. You never panic when you get behind because you say, we've been here before. Daniel Jones don't panic when his back's to the wall. Daniel Jones has been fantastic this year when his back's to the wall. So I just don't get it. I don't understand why people can't be happy. Johnny, thank you, my friend. He says, Baddog victory Monday for the Clown Show Giants and our Eagles also. If me and you were Mets fans, we would have ranted over a collapse like that. Yeah, I probably would have been pissed. Mets fans can't be happy with what happened there. I wouldn't say the Giants are a clown show anymore. I mean, we are 4-1. I mean, there's no clown show here. There's not even a clown show in the other locker room in MetLife Stadium. That's the Jets. The Jets are pretty good too. You want a clown show, you got to go a little farther south. Commander fans tell you that's a clown show down there. That's what's going on down there. Big Moo. Moo. Thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. He says Wink has turned Dexter into a beast. Go Giants, right? And he's done it without Leonard Williams a couple of times. So just think about what's going to happen when Leonard Williams gets back. That could be pretty freaking awesome. You know? It'd be great. That could be great. JD, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, my friend. He says, dog, from Michael K to Joker, everyone watching. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get into that. I'll get into that in a little bit. Michael K, definitely somebody from the Michael K show saw my video. You know, somebody said in the Sunday stream, Baddog thinks he's big. He thinks he's so big that he thinks celebrities watch his channel. Celebrities do watch my channel, but I don't. That's not a big deal. Even if they didn't, I don't. Who cares? That's cool that they do, but I'm not sitting there going, "Oh, look at this." There's a celebrity that I talk to on Instagram all the time. The guy's an actor. But so what? I mean, they're just regular people like we are. But somebody from the Michael K show definitely saw the video earlier in the year because, like I said, they quoted me verbatim what I said about winning baseball games, and the proof is there. I have a receipt for that one. But we'll talk about Kadarius Toney in a second. And why Giants 26, man. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. He says Moore and Marshall. Let's try for one. I'll probably do a video about that tomorrow. I got just, you want to hear a messed up story? I mean, somebody's watching over me. Somebody's got to be watching over me. For the last, I would say, few weeks, maybe a month, I keep getting my tire light keeps going on in my car, and my right front tire keeps getting low, and I'm filling it up, and I lost the cap to the tire stem. So I lost the cap. I'm just thinking it's leaking through there. I don't realize I have a slow leak in my tire. I fill a tire up. It's good. And then a couple of days later, the tire light comes. So whatever's going on, it's just a really slow leak. I don't think much about it. We went to Lake George for Fright Fest the other day, and that's a good 25 minutes, half an hour from where I am, back and forth. Well, I woke up this morning. My wife woke up this morning and brought little Baddog to the doctor. We had a checkup today. And she says, hey, don't drive your, she calls me on the phone. She says, hey, don't drive your car. You got a flat. I'm like, it's the right front. The right front was completely flat. It's completely flat. So I can't get the tire off because it's flat as hell. So somebody needs to come with a sledgehammer and get the thing off of there. So I got to call AAA. Anybody up here, I don't know if that's worldwide, countrywide or whatever. In upstate New York, we have AAA. It's like a car service. So they get the tire off, and the guy tells me, oh, he says, I got really bad news for you. He says, your right front axle is cracked. So I got to get that fixed tomorrow, which sucks. But I got lucky. And with a cracked right axle, I mean, my tire could have went flying right the hell off of the damn car. That would not have been good if that broke on the way up, on the highway going 70 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. So somebody's looking out for the bad diggity dizzle. That's all I know about that. So there's a story for you. There's a story for you guys. Life happens. Life happens. But I'll be home to do the video tomorrow. That's where I was going with that. So I have to get that fixed. I'm probably going to get to rent a car. My car is under warranty, so they are going to give me a rent a car. I'm going to ask for a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz. I should ask for a Mercedes-Benz. They're not going to give me a Mercedes-Benz to drive. But I would love to know what one feels like. And my Giants says, Moore Marshall, let's try for one. Yeah. It's interesting to think that we'd be buyers at this point in the season, I mean, everybody, a couple weeks ago, we were talking about trading Saquon Barkley. I was, because Boomer Esiason mentioned it. And Now we're talking about buying receivers. But you never know. The Giants might feel like going for it. You know what I'm saying? Dashy, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. He says, raged last night, beat Baltimore for me this week. Dashy, we're going to do our best to beat them stinking Ravens for you, my friend. I did see your rant. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. You didn't like Zach Taylor going for it, not kicking the field goal. Dashy's got some good rants. You guys need to subscribe to Dashy, man. He goes insane. He's a Bengals. He's a Cincinnati fan. He likes the Reds. He likes the Bengals. He likes Ohio State. But check him out, man. He goes insane. It's pretty funny. Johnny, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. He says, I know I'm just trolling you, buddy. I have to take shots at Danny Jones starting to win you over. Is Jalen Hurts also perhaps moving the needle? Here's what I want to say about Jalen Hurts. Everybody keeps coming over to me saying, oh, Baddog, when are you going to apologize for Jalen Hurts stinks? When are you going to apologize for Jalen Hurts? Baddog, Daniel Jones sucks. Daniel Jones stinks. Daniel Jones has one less passing touchdown than Jalen Hurts does this year. Why is Jalen Hurts God and Daniel Jones a bum? Anybody? Jalen Hurts has 4 passing touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Daniel Jones has 3 passing touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And we all know that the second interception he threw against Dallas came at the very end of the game when the receiver slipped down and he threw an interception throwing against a stacked deck. But why is Jalen Hurts all of a sudden really good and Daniel Jones is absolute trash? But Jalen Hurts has 1 more passing touchdown than Daniel Jones. He also has only 1 more win than Daniel Jones. But somehow this narrative that Jalen Hurts is the second coming of Joe Montana all of a sudden, and Daniel Jones is just a bum. Anybody got an answer to that? I'm not saying Jalen Hurts hasn't played well at all. I'm not saying that at all. Jalen Hurts has played very well this year. Way better than he was last year. Completely admit that. But God almighty, you would think that Jalen Hurts had 12 passing touchdowns this year. It's just not the case. Tutto, grazie paisana. Grazie paisana. Massive salute to Big Dog. We all just got back from London early this morning. Slapped Karen Rodgers and his clown show BS. You gotta love it, baby. I love it, Tuto. Tuto, you have to suit up pretty soon. We got so many damn injuries on here. So many injuries. We're gonna need you. Derek Johnson, thank you for dropping Dashy's link in the chat. Appreciate it. Jatan, my friend, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Appreciate it. Brilly. Daniel Jones might have had his nuts dropped in the third quarter because he didn't look scared behind the line, don't you think? I'll tell you what I think. The offensive line is starting to pick it up a little bit. Samantha, the car troubles are a pain in the ass. Like I said, I am hoping that I did buy an extended warranty with this car. So I'm hoping that it is covered. It should be, but it is what it is. But we'll, they do suck. They suck. Like I said, I'm just glad that I made it home. If I didn't have that flat didn't happen, like if I didn't get that flat tire this morning, I would not have known that was cracked like that. I would have never known had that tire not come off of there. And that guy told me, you got a problem with your right front axle. Blows. Sucks. But yeah, I think the offensive line is playing a lot better. Now, I do. I've said for years, Daniel Jones' biggest issue is his confidence. And I think you're starting to see confidence. And you know why? Because I think Dable is showing confidence in Daniel Jones. I think the team is showing confidence in Daniel Jones. And I think that Daniel Jones finally believes that he can do these things, even though he's throwing to Marcus Johnson, David Sills, and Richie James. That's the other thing. Jalen Hurts is throwing to Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, and A.J. Brown. And Daniel Jones is throwing to Marcus Johnson, Richie James, and David Sills. Soak that in. Ethan, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. Do you think the Giants will get DJ Moore? Like I said, I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow, talk about it a little bit. Also, Jones has had 3 game-winning touchdown drives this season. Guess who else has 3? Nobody. So I'm saying. Daniel Jones doesn't need to put up the sexy statistics. He needs to win games. I've always said he doesn't need to be an elite quarterback. He just needs to show that he can do it in a big spot. He's done it 3 times this year, without a doubt. Incredible resolve, incredible grit. Those are the things that win me over as a fan. When your back's against the wall and you show resolve and you show fight and you don't cower away from the situation, that'll always win you over with fans. I'm not the only fan that Daniel Jones is winning over. And I saw Roldy on Authentic's show today, even talking about it, even giving Daniel Jones credit. We all know how Roldy feels about Daniel Jones, but even Roldy has to give him credit. He's earned it. Has he earned a contract? We don't know. Right? We'll find out at the end of the year. But his improvement has been monumental under Brian Daboll, and it shows. It shows. It's always been there. We just haven't seen it. I mean, if we get down inside the 5-yard, what would you rather do? And this is the other thing about, the touchdowns and throwing the touchdowns. What would you rather do when you get inside the 5-yard line and you got Saquon Barkley? Would you rather them take a chance and throw the ball when the defense is all condensed in the end zone? Or would you rather run the ball with the best running back in football? What's a higher percentage play? I think running the ball to Saquon Barkley is a higher percentage play. So why wouldn't you do it? You're there to win games. You're not there to build Daniel Jones' stats, man. So Brian Daboll understands that. The point is winning games. It's not, hey, let's give Daniel Jones great fantasy numbers. It's not about that. Brian Daboll don't give a damn what Daniel Jones' statistics are. He wants to do what's best for the team. He wants to do what's best to make the team win, what he feels is best for the team to win. Inside the 5-yard line, Pat Mahomes trips, gets up, and gets sacked. See, you're right there. That's a perfect example of what can happen. The Chiefs have the ball inside the 2-yard line, and instead of running it, Pat Mahomes drops back, slips, and gets sacked. Just run the football. Now, I'm not saying Mahomes should, because Mahomes is the Kansas City Chiefs' best player. But the center stepped on his foot and he went down. L.A. Lou, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. He says the Giants win over the Packers was the best game of the weekend. The Giants can win this division. Is Major League Baseball best of 3 or 5? This round is best of 5. This round is best. The ALDS is best of 5. I think the wild cards are just best of 3, but this one is best of 5. Mahomes looks, rolls, throws, caught. Kelsey breaks a tackle, dodges a tackle into the end zone. God, he is good. Raiders had a 17-0 lead. They blew it. You know why? Because they weren't aggressive and they didn't want to go for 7. They didn't want to try to convert those 4th downs. Johnny Letourneau, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, I didn't imply that Dan. Oh, I'm not saying you, John. I'm not saying you weren't. I'm not saying you were implying that, buddy. You didn't need a super chat. I wasn't saying you. I'm just saying in general. I'm saying in general, I get these people on my channel that do this all the time. Where's the Jalen Hurts apology video? Like, shut up. I'm not apologizing for saying the guy wasn't good. Give me a break. Apologize for what? I'm apologizing for shit. I'm not apologizing for my opinions. They can be wrong. I'm not apologizing for that. But he says, I didn't imply that Danny Dimes isn't playing well. I just asked you because you followed him in college. No, I didn't follow. Oh, Jalen Hurts. Yes, I followed him in college. Yeah, no, listen, he's made a major improvement. He has looked a lot better this year. But like I said, people would think with the way they talk about him, you'd think he had 12 touchdowns. He's got 4 touchdowns. He hasn't thrown a touchdown in the last 2 games. He threw 3 touchdowns in one game against the lousy Commanders. We'll see how he does against Dallas's front 7. That's going to be the best defense he's played so far. I can tell you that. That was the worst game Daniel Jones had when Dallas hurried him 25 times. So we'll see. Tommy B, my friend, thank you for super chat. Appreciate you. 5 games in. Kenny Golladay has 2 more catches than I do. Yes. Yes, he does. you know. Q or O3, thank you, my friend. The Baddog is a Mad Dog 500 song. Who's winning Sunday? I tell you what, man, that's really tough. I'm streaming the game, man, because I want to watch it. It's going to be such a good game. I honestly can't pick a winner in that one. I would say whoever's at home has the advantage. I don't know where the game is. I don't know if it's in Dallas or in Philadelphia. But I do think Philadelphia is a better team than Dallas. That doesn't mean I think Philadelphia will beat them. I don't know what Dak's status is for the game. But again, I think Philly top to bottom is a better roster than Dallas, but that doesn't mean anything because look at the Giants. I mean, most teams have a better roster than us, and we're 4-1. So again, you got to execute on the field. It's gonna be a really good game. It's gonna be a really good game. So let's see. Yeah. Giants need to get to 5. I hope so, amazing guy. I hope so, man. Philly, a team hasn't scored against 20 against Dallas or Philly. Yeah, Dallas is a really good defense. You want to see a guy that just hates Daniel Jones? This guy just hates Daniel Jones. All I've seen in the chat is this guy knock Daniel Jones. Are you a Giants fan? I'm guessing this guy is 16 years old, doesn't watch the Giants game, doesn't really know the intricacies or the intangibles of football, just listens to the internet and ESPN. That's my guess. And I bet you I'm right. Nobody's calling him a demigod. Nobody said that. Nobody said Daniel Jones is God. Nobody's called Daniel Jones elite. But if you can't see the improvement that he's made and what he does to help the team win, then you're not watching the game. I don't know what you're doing during the game. Maybe you have it on in the background and you're doing something else. You're not actually paying attention to what's going on the field. Either that or your football IQ is too low that you don't understand that there's much more to football than just statistics. Perhaps that's the case. But if you actually paid attention to the game and actually saw how much he means to what they do on the field, you would get why people have changed their opinion on Daniel Jones. Some people, as I've said before, their needle just won't move. It does not matter what he does. Their needle will not move. They will hate Daniel Jones. They want Daniel Jones out of here. They can't stand Daniel Jones. They think Davis Webb is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. It's just how it goes. Some people will never change their opinion no matter what. No matter what. Big Moo. Thank you for a super chat. Appreciate it. Moo. Who can possibly know Lamar better than Wink? Exactly. That's exactly it. It's exactly it. I think Wink knows Lamar Jackson's strengths and weaknesses better than anybody else. Cincinnati held Baltimore to 19 points. They had to come back and they had to get a field goal at the end of the game. But we obviously Lamar Jackson. There's a guy. The guy that I'm really worried about, besides Lamar Jackson running the ball, because Lamar Jackson can obviously run. I worry about Mark Andrews. That guy is incredibly underrated. You think about great tight ends. You're thinking about Travis Kelce. You think about George Kittle. You think about Dallas Goedert's really good. Zach Ertz used to be really good. You think of that type of tight end. But, a lot of people don't give Mark Andrews a lot of credit. Mark Andrews is really good. Anthony, my friend, thank you. Paisan, the grazie. He says, we'll have answers for Lamar Jackson 5-1. That'd be amazing. Wouldn't it be amazing to do another Victory Monday stream next week? Listen, I've been saying 7 wins all year. If we find a way to beat the Ravens, If we beat Baltimore Sunday, we're going to the playoffs. I don't give a damn. If we beat Baltimore and go to 5-1 and we've beaten the Packers, the Titans, and the Ravens, we're going to playoffs. Josh Jacobs is lighting the Chiefs up. We are. If we're able to beat Baltimore, we're going to playoffs. Because there's not another team on our schedule, maybe outside of Philadelphia, you tell me we can't beat. And my Giants saying, you, my friend, appreciate it. I would love to beat Baltimore. God, I would. Just every game means so much now. Every game is so exciting now. Like, I look forward to it. It's not so much a chore as like, oh, God, here we go again. I got to watch Jake Fromm run back-to-back quarterback sneaks. I got to go out here and watch this offense not be able to move the ball, get a first down in the entire half or not be able to throw a forward pass. It's just so much different. It's so much more exciting watching a team that battles and fights every week. And my Giants saying, my friend, trade for a wideout at the deadline. They might. They might do it. They might. Do I think the Packers will get Odell? I'd be surprised if the Packers got Odell Beckham. I'd be surprised if they got him. I don't know where Odell Beckham is going to go. He's probably not going to go anywhere this year. He's still recovering from a torn ACL. He did that in the Super Bowl, so he probably won't be ready till next year. Gavin, my friend, thank you, brother. Wink revenge game. Let's hope so. Right? It's in MetLife Stadium. Wink's going to want that crowd to be really loud, and I think they will be because, again, when you're 4-1, that energy is coming into the stadium. When those fans believe that their team has a chance to win and they're feeling good and the fans are feeling confident that they have a chance to win, that brings a lot more energy. That's why that winning builds culture. That's why I say it. Winning builds culture, baby. And if fans go into that stadium, they're not going in there going, God, this is like a root canal. I got to sit through 3 hours of this crap again. Got to sit through 3 hours of Jason Garrett running 3-yard outs and 3-yard curls. You got to sit there talking about Joe Judge looking at the tape and losing games 34-0. And we don't have to worry about that. Fans are going into the stadium going, we got a damn legitimate chance to beat this team no matter who the hell we line up against. Baltimore's really good. If we beat Baltimore, we're going to the playoffs. I'm saying that right now. I'll be like Jim Fossil in 2000. If we beat Baltimore, I'm pushing all my chips into the middle of the table. We're going to the postseason. And how much fun would the postseason stream be? I kill your vibe. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Coaching matters. You couldn't have said it better, my friend. Night and day, Judge or Dable. Coaching is such a big difference. Such a big difference. Such a huge difference. It is. Troy, you're right. I mean, they do. They know Wink's tendencies too. You're right. You're absolutely right. They do. So we'll see how it goes. It should be a good chess match. But again, I think the thing is, Harb knows Wink Martindale, but he doesn't really know the Giants players. Like Wink knows Lamar Jackson. You know what I mean? Wink worked, not, and obviously didn't call plays for Lamar Jackson, but he worked with the players. He worked with Lamar Jackson. He was in that locker room. He knows those players. John Harbaugh does not know the New York Giants. He doesn't know the players. He may know some of Wink's tendencies, but he doesn't know the players. You can look at film all you want, but Wink was in that locker room for years with those guys. So, again, it may not be much of an advantage. There's only so much you can do. Lamar Jackson's one of the best improvisers in the league. He's tough. He runs. He's big. He's strong. He's a wicked. He's great. So it ain't going to be easy. But like I said, Cincinnati held them to 19. I don't see why we can't hold Baltimore in that area between 17 and 21. And if we can do that, we have a chance to win. Tutto, grazie, paisano, grazie. He says, Kev, our next Giants away visit will be on January 8th at the Link. We all hope you'll make it there to enjoy the mass destruction in the stands and slap all the Boyd's losers. Tutto, I would love to. There's no better. That would be an amazing. That would be so awesome. if the division came down to that week 18 game between the Eagles and the Giants. That would be fun. That'd be heart-wrenching. I'd probably want to throw up a few times, but it'd be a lot of fun. Especially if we were both in the playoffs already, and that was like icing on the cake. Oh, incomplete. 4th and 17 for the Raiders. Blake, my friend, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. He says, did you see Kayvon at a 25% pass rush win rate? Pretty damn good, not to mention he was held all game. Giants got held a lot in that game. The Giants got held a lot in that game. Yeah, Kayvon's been very disruptive. Again, he doesn't have a sack. People go, oh, no. Again, it's another thing, Blake, where people are going to look at the stats and go, oh, Kayvon Thibodeau is not making an impact. You don't have a sack. Watch the game. There's more to it than statistics. It just is. Statistics matter some of the time, yes. But some of the time they don't. Space Oddity, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. KC versus Buffalo. Who do you got in that one? I'd take Buffalo. I'll take Buffalo in that one. I'll take Buffalo. I think Buffalo gets a revenge game. Wick, thank you, my friend. Bring on your Giants. Go Birds. You the man. How can I be the man? You the man. It's going to be a damn good game, Wick. Going to be a good game. At the beginning of the year, I would have told you we were going to get blown out. And I think I did say that when I was predicting the Giants schedule, that we were going to get blown out in that game. We're not getting blown out now. I don't know the line in that game, but I would say... I don't know, but I would say Baltimore is favored by 2.5 to 3.5 points. Somewhere in there is my guess. I don't know the line, but now might as well lead right into this. If you want to know the line, obviously it's too late to bet on football this week, but if you want to get in for next week, NFL football, college football, make sure you go to mybookie.ag. That's right, mybookie.ag. Easiest way to bet. You can bet parlays, prop bets, straight bets, all that good stuff. College football, NFL football, basketball, baseball, whatever you like to bet on. Make the games more interesting. Put a little cash on it. If you go to mybookie.ag, they'll match your first deposit up to 100%. So they'll double your first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Just enter the promo code BADDOG. BADDOG. They'll double your first deposit. You put $200 in there, they're going to give you $400 to play with. You put $400 in there, they're going to give you $800 to play with. You put $50 in there, they're going to give you $100 to play with. So make sure you go to mybookie.ag. And if you are signing up, again, make sure you use that promo code BADDOG so they double your first deposit. And of course, while you're, you can look at it right down to the bottom. While you're watching your football, make sure you go get some damn Knicks ice cream, baby. It's so good. I can't talk about this enough. I had some cheesecake flake of the night. It's amazing. But I mean, yeah, Rocky Road. It's fantastic. Triple chocolate. Knicks is catching on, man. Knicks and the New York Giants. We have to make Knicks the official ice cream of the New York Giants. I have a pint of this every night of my life. I either have a pint of ice cream every night or I have one of their cookies, their ice cream sandwich. One or the other. It's my dessert every night, and I look forward to it every night. But it's a great Better View ice cream. It's the best ice cream I've had. No BS. I freaking love it. You will too. Knicks ice cream, baby. Make sure you check it out. It's good stuff. And I've seen a lot of people, DMing me on Instagram. Bad Dog, I tried this. My guy Bones, Bad Dog. I gave in. I had to try Knicks. It's good stuff. Sonny, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. You're right on, Bad Dog. It's not about Madden or fantasy football stats, but that's what era of fandom that we're in right now. I know. The team reminds me of the 1997 and 2000. Great defense, time and plays. No, 1997 is a really good comparison, Sonny, because that was Kerry Collins. Our offense was a little better. You saw that in the postseason when they blew out the Vikings, right? It was a little better. We had a better aerial attack. You had Ike Hilliard. You had Amani Toomer. You had Tiki Barber. You had those guys. The offense in 2000, I think, was better. In 1997, it was Danny Cannell throwing the ball around to Chris Callaway. So it's not like the 97 team had a really good offense. I think 97 is a really good comparison. I freaking hate the way that season ended. It's one of the worst experiences I've had as a Giants. It's one of the 4 worst losses I've dealt with. We were up 19-3 in the third quarter and couldn't put it away, and Callaway couldn't handle the onside kick, and Murray kicked the field goal, and we lost 20-19. It's freaking sucked. Blake, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says, because of fantasy and video games, everyone is so statusist now. DJ had pedestrian stats, but we absolutely don't win the game without him. And that's a fact. Blake, that is a fact. We absolutely don't win the game without him. That's the most important stat of any stat is wins. But I told you, man, if people don't want to need to move on Daniel Jones, they'll find something to complain about. He don't win enough. Now he's winning. Well, he don't throw enough touchdowns. He doesn't throw for enough yards. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Like I said, some people's needle's not going to move. They want him out of here, and they'll only be happy when he's out of here. Ricardo, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you, Baddog. 2 things they need to bring in. Wideout this week, enough waiting around. This year, remind you of the 2016 Yanks. Remind you of 2016 Yanks baby bomber. Yeah, I like the young kids on the Yankees. I like Peraza. I like Cabrera. I think they should start. I would start them. I would start both of those guys on the left side of the infield. I would start them over IKF and Donaldson every day. I like those kids. And yeah, you're right. 2016, the same type of thing. I think our defense was a little better in 2016. Like our defense is pretty dominant. This defense is good. I don't think it's dominant though. Like 2016, we had a couple of all pros that year. Janoris Jenkins was an all pro. Landon Collins was an all pro. And I think that year, I can't think of the freaking defensive tackle's name. Snacks Harrison. I think he was second team all pro that year. Our defense was really good. Offense just barely scraped by. But yeah, 2016 is another good comparison. 2016, I think 1997 is a little closer, but 2016 is right there. It is a team that just did enough on offense to win and really relied on the defense. We didn't have the running game in 2016 that we have this year, though, either. Tutto, grazie, paisano. Grazie, brilli. Kevin, we hope you've got BT Sports Rugby or Sky Sports Rugby to view our match on Sunday after the Giants game in our time zone. There'll be blood. I have to check it out. I find it on the internet. I don't have Sky Sports because that's in Canada. But I have to find this on the internet. I have to find it on the internet. Now, I'm sure I can find it. Find anything on the internet. For sure. For sure. So, let's talk about Fuego Dharma. Thanks so much for the super chat. 31st, 18th in offense. I'll take it. Top 10 defense. Yeah. We've always said if we could be in the middle of the pack offensively, that would be a pretty good team. Again, this game ain't going to be easy. We're not putting up 30 on Baltimore. I don't care. I don't care how much. I don't care how much we score against Baltimore, just as long as we score more than them. So it's good. It's good. Yeah. Let's just say all Diet Coke drinkers got banned from the Giants locker room. They aren't allowing poison in the locker room. Good, because I don't drink Diet Coke, so that's fine. I'm also not in the Giants locker room. I don't drink Diet Coke though. Anyway, so I know a couple of you guys. I know a couple of you guys want to talk about this. So, well, let me get to this, and then we'll go. Sonny, my friend, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. He says the loss 97 broke my heart as well, but that season was still so fun. Strahan blew up, Danny Cannell came out of nowhere, and Charles Way was our best weapon. Yeah, Charles Way was our best weapon. The freaking fullback. Monty Toomore was just getting started. Tiki was a rookie that year, didn't see the field except for on third down. And 97 was a good year because we were not good in 94, 95. Well, 94, we ended up 9-7. We weren't very good. We were not good at 95 or 96. That was Jim Fossil's first year with the Giants, too. And yeah, we did come out of nowhere. 10-5-1. It wasn't fun. It's kind of like this year. 97 is really close. It's a really good comparison, Sonny. It's a really good comparison. So I agree. But I know some of you want to talk about NY Giants saying, my friend, appreciate you. He says, looking at our schedule, we can win 12 or 13 easily. I'm going to say this. Nothing is easy for us. So I'm not going to say we could easily win 12 or 13 games. It would be great. I just want to take it 1 week at a time. This week's obviously very tough. If we beat Baltimore, I'm saying that we're going to the playoffs. I'll be shocked if we didn't. If we're able to be 5-1 through the first 6 games, when that was definitely the toughest part of our schedule, outside of all these games against the NFC East at the end of the year, Washington won't be playing for anything, though. We should be able to sweep them at that point. Philadelphia is obviously going to be incredibly tough, and so is Dallas. But I mean, listen, if we beat Baltimore, I'm going to say we're going to playoffs. I'm not going to say we're going to win 12 or 13, but I do think that we go to the postseason at that point. That'd be awesome, though. So I know some of you, well, a lot of you probably want to talk about, so in case you don't follow me on Twitter, you can. I'm at Mr. Baddog 7676. You can follow me on Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram, Baddog Sports. Follow me on both. You want to see some of my workout routine? I do a lot of that. My diet stuff and workout routine, a lot of that I put on my Instagram. Twitter, I just put things on there. I've been more active on Twitter recently than I normally am. So I go to the internet and I just search. I put Kadarius Toney, New York Giants, just to see if there's any injury update on Kadarius Toney. And as I scroll down, it shows Twitter, and I see Kadarius Toney tweeted something. So I click on it, and it says, "You're not allowed to view this." So I'm sitting there going, why can't I view this? Why the hell can't I view his tweets? So I go to his, I've never been on Kadarius Toney's page, commented on his page. I've never actually added him. I've never actually put his name in any of my tweets. I mean, I've said his name, but I never put his Twitter handle in any of my tweets. And I was blocked. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, how did he block me? I'm like, how does he even know what I'm saying about him? Yeah, and then people are like, oh, because you said that he's out for 4 weeks and getting a paper cut for wiping his ass. I'm like, yeah, I said that. I get it, but I'm like, but how did he see the tweet? And it's one thing. I said 2 things about him. I said, no, I said he ain't got hamstrings, he's got ham threads. And I said, and then the other thing I said was, okay, he gets a paper cut from wiping his ass and he's out for 4 weeks. He blocks me for that. That's nothing, man. That was moderate, the way I normally go after people. Then I had to tweet a couple other things about him after the fact. He is the Tin Man. He is. He's got no heart. I put it right on Twitter. I said the things I'll do for the Giants, I will fly to Kansas, jump into a tornado, land in Oz, fight the Wicked Witch and them flying monkeys that scared the living hell out of me when I was a kid. Take her broomstick, bring it to the wizard, ask for a heart for Kadarius Toney, and I'll also see if he can throw in a couple of hamstrings. And then I said, and then I had one more tweet. I'm not tweeting about Kadarius Toney anymore after the fact. But I said, I said, is he mad because he has the same amount of receiving touchdowns. Not only does Kadarius Toney have the same amount of receiving touchdowns as myself and everybody in this chat, he has the same amount of receiving yards as everybody in this chat. Kadarius Toney has 2 catches for no yards this year. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. It is funny. I just found it amusing. I mean, I don't care. Like I said, I never go to his page, and I barely said anything about him until recently. I barely said anything about him first year at all. You know, I actually compared him. I actually said, does he have Odell Beckham type of skills? I actually compared him to Odell Beckham after the game against Dallas. I said, maybe we found some, but the guy can't stay healthy. I mean, it is what it is. And then everybody's like, oh, let's see you do it. As I say, is that really some kind of comparison? Is the fact that Kadarius Toney better than me at football? Is that supposed to be good for him? Is that the hill you want to die on? That Kadarius Toney's better than Baddog at football? I never understand why some people get so mad anyway. I'm not attacking you. I get it. Kadarius Toney didn't like what I said. He blocked me. Cool. But these other people that go in there and they stand up over me, you're an asshole, Baddog. I didn't say anything about you. So you get mad. So this is the hypocritical part of Twitter and the internet. I say something about Kadarius Toney. He can get mad at me. He has the right to be upset with me talking about him. But then other people come in there and call me names because I said something about him. Isn't that hypocritical? I didn't say anything about you. Would you come in here and say something about me? It's just amazing how some people immediately come to the defense of an NFL player. Do you think Kadarius Toney, all you people that sit there and defend Kadarius Toney and say things about me, do you really think Kadarius Toney gives a 2-bit shit about you? I can guarantee you he don't. I can guarantee you he does not care one way or the other if you crap on him or you defend him. He don't care. He don't care. He blocks me. Fine. Cool. Because he don't care. He's like, I don't give a damn about this guy. Block him. I don't want to hear him no more. Cool. I just thought it was funny. If I was on his page trolling him, I would get it. It was just a couple of comments, so it is what it is. But it is. Some people crack me up, man. Zig, thank you for the super chat. Maybe winning will get KG and Kadarius Toney. I'd love to see what they can do. Talent-wise, they're our best receivers. I'll say this. I think we know what Kenny Golladay can do. That's not much of anything. Kadarius Toney doesn't even give us the ability to know what he can or can't do because he can't get on the field. But as Chris said in last week's stream, he said he knows people with the Giants. He's not saying any names, but he's telling you that they don't think very highly of Kadarius Toney. I will be surprised if Kadarius Toney is a Giant next year. I'll be surprised if Kenny Golladay is a Giant. Kenny Golladay will not be a Giant next year. I'd almost bet anything on that. Toney, who knows? He's on a rookie contract. He's not costing a lot of money. And maybe they hold out hope that he can get healthy because he is talented. Kenny Golladay has been on the field and he doesn't produce. And he's costing a lot of money. Sports fan, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. How about Andrew Thomas? Best tackle in the NFL. He is damn good. Dave Gettleman did a good one there. Makes you wonder if Dave Gettleman really would have concentrated on the offensive line like he said he was going to when he got here and took a couple of more linemen in the first round. Kind of makes you wonder where our offensive line would be, and he may have saved his job. If he took linemen and they were all as good as Andrew Thomas or close to Andrew Thomas, Dave Gettleman may still be here. Sonny, my friend, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Looking at the rest of the schedule, there's not a team that's super scary. I agree, except for the Eagles. The Eagles scare me. I can't lie. The Eagles are good. If we happen to beat the Ravens, I think we'll be in business 11-12. You remember, there's always one game where you shouldn't lose it, but you do. This is still the Giants. I'm very optimistic and pumped up and happy that you know, we're 4-1. I'm very happy the way the season started. But at the end of the day, I know that we still have to play hard. We still have to win games, and no game has been easy for us. It's not like we're blowing teams out of the water. Um, but yeah, if we beat Baltimore, I definitely can see 9 or 10 wins. I think that's why I said we beat them, we're going to the playoffs. At 5-1, that means we'd have to go 5-6 over the next 11 games to win 10 games. Um, I definitely think that that's very possible. And like I said, even 11-12. I mean, I could see it because 6-5 gives us 11 wins. 6-5 against the Jaguars, the Lions, the Texans, the Colts, the Seahawks, and the Vikings, and the Commanders twice. Yeah, I mean that's seven. That's 7 easier games. Our toughest games are going to be against Philly and Dallas. So it's going to be a fun season. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and you're in the chat, make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun freaking season. It's been a fun season so far. We really haven't had a chance to celebrate. We haven't had a chance to be good as fans. Not since my channel, it's not since I changed my content, not since I started working with Chris, not since we started getting literally thousands of Giants fans, which is the coolest thing ever. We had guys from Scotland, England, Australia, New Zealand, Oman. It's unbelievable how far. Germany, like it's so cool. But we finally get a chance to enjoy a good Giants team. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why so many people, like Giants fans, want to crap on their success early on. Let's just enjoy it. If the Giants lose 10, 10 out of their next whatever games, and they finish 6-11, then be mad about it. If we finish 6-11, then be pissed. Then say we're trash. I'll join you. But right now we're not. So just enjoy it. Mr. Mini Guy, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yes, I mentioned that in my video today. I mentioned the Matt Rule firing. And the funny thing is, again, we'll bring back Joe Judge. Well, I'll bring up Joe Judge again, I should say, not bring back Joe Judge. I'll bring him up again. When we hired Joe Judge, I liked Joe Judge when we hired him. And I remember doing a video talking about Matt Rule and saying, did we dodge a bullet? Because Matt Rule got a ton of money, and I didn't like Matt Rule's opening presser at all. I thought Matt Rule was more about money than football at that point. And I said, maybe we dodged a bullet. Now think about it. If we had Matt Rule here, we probably wouldn't have Brian Daboll. Because you give a guy a 7-year contract, you're usually not firing him after 2 years. They fired him a little more than 2 years into it. So we did. We dodged a bullet. We dodged a bullet. And I liked Matt Rule. I liked Matt Rule a lot. I said, look at the turnarounds that he had in college football. Temple turnaround. Baylor was great. College doesn't always translate to the NFL. Systems are different. Players are different. Situations are different. Talent's different. It's a much different ball game in the NFL. Some guys adjust to it well. Some guys don't adjust to it at all. But we got the right guy. I just like Brian Daboll's demeanor. I like the way he gets into it on the sideline. He's passionate. He's, giving the officials the what for. He pumps up his players. He chews out his players. I like that. I like his energy. I like his demeanor. I like his good football mind. The Giants have high football IQs on that sideline. And it shows. These players execute. Whatever they're doing, they're executing. Not a ton of penalties. Not a lot of turnovers. Do they have a ton of big plays? No. Outside of Saquon Barkley, no, they don't. But I'd rather have a safe, effective passing game that holds on to the ball and scores points as opposed to one that takes massive chances and turns the ball over a lot. Speaking of chances, going deep down the field. Oh, what a catch by Davante Adams! What a throw by Derek Carr! An absolute dime. And we're about to be tied at 30. Double coverage. Davante Adams split the corner of the safety on a quick stutter step. And what a pass. How about we get a Davante Adams type of receiver on the Giants? How good would that guy look in Giants blue? It'd be nice to have him running down the field for us. Anthony Ratza, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. Grazie, paisana, grazie. Says, send Tony in a hot air balloon to Oz and get him a heart. Well, I was going to go to Oz for him because I'm afraid he'd get hurt climbing into the balloon. One of the funniest comments I got on the Twitter thing when I said, because I took a picture of, your block like at Arias Tony, and I just put what I do, LOL. I know what I did. Like, I love how people are like, you did this bad. Wow, the Raiders went for 2 and they didn't get it. I love how they're like, oh, you did this bad. Like, I don't know what I tweeted out. I know what I did. Okay? People don't understand sarcasm. People don't have a sense of humor on the internet. They don't. It's like they take everything way too seriously. And then people are like, you take things, because when you come out and insult me, of course, I'm going to have something to say about it. I'm going to defend myself. I love that. Someone insults me, I defend myself. They're like, oh, you're butthurt. What the hell? You come at me, I defend myself, and I'm butthurt? Leave me the hell alone. What do you expect? Oh, I'm just going to be an internet bully. Oh, my God, he responded. But I know what I said about Kadarius Toney. It's all good. But yeah, I'd be afraid he'd hurt himself climbing the boom. But the funniest thing that a guy said on that, when I said what I do, I think it was the next one. I said, why is Kadarius Toney mad at me? And the guy said, because you have 2 hamstrings at work. I think he's jealous. That was pretty funny. I thought that was good. Big Moo, thank you for the super chat. Moo. How many ex-head coaches are still getting paid? I don't know. They're getting paid more than I am. I tell you that. That was funny though, man. I got no problem with it. I just found it amusing. Tyson, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. I can't wait till Thanksgiving for round 2. I can't wait either. I'm streaming that game. I already okayed it with the big boss, which is the wife. They play at 4:25, which means I can go to the in-laws. I can eat my dinner at like 3. I get out of there at quarter to 4. I'll be back by 4 o'clock just to stream the game. That's the way we're going to do it. So I'll be, anybody that's around, that's at your families, you want to pop in, do whatever, I'll be live for the Giants Cowboys. You come hang out with me. And while you're at your families, you let everybody know about the Bad Diggity Dizzle and say, this is the craziest Giants fan you're going to find. Blake, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. We have a tight end who Bruce in the red zone now. I love Daniel Bellinger, and I did tweet that out too. Daniel Bellinger has been awesome. Very underrated aspect of the Giants offense. He is, again, Daniel Bellinger is a perfect example of what the Giants are. They're not sexy. It's not a high-flying aerial attack. It's not electric wide receivers. It's not electric plays like we've seen in this Kansas City Raider game. It's not like that. We don't have those type of horses. But Daniel Bellinger is a very solid, gritty, down in the dirt, gets the job done tight end. That's what our offense is. That's what it is. So, it is what it is. I love Daniel Bellinger. I think it's a great draft pick. So it's one of the few draft picks that's been healthy for Joe Shane. He's a 4th-round pick. Already, he's producing dividends. This is where a GM makes their money, by the way. GMs make their money in the 3rd through the 6th round. They should never miss on their first round and second round pick. They're going to, of course, but those are more obvious picks. Those are obviously more. You find those diamonds in the rough in your third, fourth, where you're not paying the guys anything and they produce. That's where you're building your team. When you find those guys you can build around in the third, fourth, and fifth round, and it gives you more cap space to bring in better pieces, that's how you win. So far, so good. Dane Belton's looked good when he's been in there. Again, he's been hurt. Cordell Flott's been hurt. Wan'Dale Robinson's been hurt. Hopefully Wan'Dale can play this week. We haven't seen Evan Neal's gotten better. Kayvon Thibodeau's on the field now. He's been good. Last 2 weeks, they've been good. So we'll see. We see Micah McFadden's been out there. Azunu, he played a little bit, so it's good stuff. Roldy, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. He says, it ain't about wins or losses from the season. I know what the bigger picture is, but this victory Monday feels so good. My thoughts on DJ ain't changed, but you don't hear a word from me this week. Roldy, I'm hoping that your thoughts on him change by the end of the year, because they will if we go to the playoffs. Again, I'm not sitting here telling you Daniel Jones is the future of the Giants. I'm not telling you he's an elite quarterback. I'm not telling you that he's perfect. But I've seen a massive improvement in his ability to get out of the pocket, his confidence in the pocket, and his decisiveness to take off with the football. Does he still miss throws down the field? Yes. Does he still stare down receivers? Yes. Does he still make some weird throws? Yeah, he does. But he's definitely a more confident quarterback. He's a much better leader this year than he's been in years past. And I think that goes to confidence. He's been more accurate. I feel like he's made better throws. I mean, his completion percentage is over 66%. And he's had a lot of drops. Kenny Golladay dropped at least one pass we know of. Darius Slayton dropped the bomb. Shepard's dropped passes. Barkley's dropped passes. And again, remember who the hell he's throwing to, man. He ain't throwing to Kenny Golladay and Kadarius Toney. This guy's throwing to Marcus Johnson, Daniel Bellinger, Richie James, and David Sills. Who? If you're not a Giants fan, you have no idea who the hell those four guys are. If you're a Lions fan, you don't know who the hell Marcus Johnson is or David Sills. But you know who Jamar Chase is. You know what I mean? You know who Jalen Waddle is. You know who Devontae Adams are. You know who those guys are. So that's why I'm willing. Again, he's not throwing to great receivers here. And again, he's not. I'm not saying he's a top half of the league quarterback, but he's moved up to me. He's top 20. He's a top 20 quarterback this year. And by the end of the year, maybe he will be a top 15 quarterback. One can only hope. Johnny, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. He says, good night, my friend. Good luck to the Phillies and Yankees. Good luck, Johnny. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate your support, my good friend. No problem with the Phillies. Phillies Braves, right? That's going to be a good series. Phillies Braves. That'll be fun. NL East battle. Hopefully the Yankees can take care of business. I'll be on NYY News TV tomorrow night. That's going to be fun. I'm going to see if I can get Pete over here on Thursday for game 2. But that's going to be fun. Calling the game with Pete. We'll wreck Garrett Cole if he sucks. Sonny, my friend, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really appreciate it. Coaches like Rule and Judge are better suited for the college game. It's crazy how many coaches get the axe so quickly these days. Because you know what? It's funny you mention that. Like people say that I'm impatient, and I am impatient. I'm very impatient. I'm just an impatient person. I have a classic type A personality. I have intermittent explosive anger disorder. Even when I'm I am I never stop wanting more. I'm never satisfied. Uh, when I'm early, if I don't leave, like if I don't leave at the time that I want to, I get very anxious. It sucks. Type A personality is good and bad, but I'm an impatient guy because I have a type A personality. I am definitely more of an alpha guy. So I'm impatient, but you see it in the NFL too. It's not just me. The game has become impatient. They gave Matt Rule a 7-year contract and they fired him 2 years and 5 games into his third season. They fired him. And they fired him. 7 years they gave him. So it's not just me. It's the NFL. The NFL wants quick turnarounds because the fan bases want quick turnarounds. And that is partly because of society. Everything is at your fingertips. Everything is instant gratification. That's just the way it is today. You want something, you want it immediately. You don't need to drive out and get it. You go to Amazon, you get it. You go to eBay, you get it. I don't need to wait for a card show to come around for me to go buy my cards. I just go to eBay. I don't want to drive out to Chili's and get food or Moe's or whatever. Five Guys. I don't need to drive out and get it. I just go to DoorDash. Boom, boom, boom. It comes to me. So I think that's part of it too. But you're right. People get the axe quickly. Quarterbacks too. Quick rotation of quarterbacks. Quarterback fails, boom, gone. They no patience for quarterbacks. So I agree. Matthew, my friend, thank you for the super chat, brother. Appreciate you. Hey, Baddog, man, congrats on beating the Cheeseheads. NFC least. No more. Now we NFC beast. That's right. Thank you, Matthew. It was a great win. And how about the NFCs? It's like the old days when I was growing up in the 80s when Matt and Summerall used to do those big NFC East games at 4 o'clock on CBS. I can even remember in the 80s, all the teams were good. Washington's obviously struggled, but all the teams were good. And it's fun for us to be part of the NFC East again. It's fun to be part of the conversation. When I go back and do the round table this year with Louis T, Lord Brunson, and Law Nation, when we do that again about halfway through the year, guess who gets to talk shit? Me. I get to be a part of the conversation of talking to going to the playoffs, especially if we beat Baltimore going to the playoffs. But regardless, I get to talk about being part of the division, part of having a chance to win the division, being relevant. Well, last year I had to sit there and couldn't say a word. Well, because we sucked. This year I get to have a voice. My man Antana, what's up, buddy? Always good to see Chris and Chad. We'll be live on that channel on Sunday. We see how good we really are. Can we beat Baltimore? Yes. Will we beat Baltimore? That's to be determined. You have to tune in with Chris and myself. I got my shades upstairs, ready to rock them. Ready to rock the shades. The big blue brothers will be back on Sunday, trying to clip them wings of the Baltimore Ravens. Johnny Laterno, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Remember the 93 Braves Phillies? I want the Yankees. I've said this a bunch of times. I prefer Yankees Dodgers, but I do not care. I do not care who the Yankees play in the World Series. Just get there. Just get there. Just get there. Because I know we have one hell of a hill to climb in Houston. So we have to we got to get by Cleveland first. And then we got to get by Houston. We haven't got by Houston in years. So we have a long ways to go, but I'm hoping. Bono, my friend, you're the man. I should say Goto. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Can we just start fighting these referees in the NFL? This game tonight was absolutely ridiculous. And the game versus Atlanta, I don't remember. I didn't see the game versus Atlanta. What I do know is that roughing the passer on Derek Carr was, Derek Carr was absolute trash. What do you want the guy to do? What do you want him to do? How can a 300-pound dude just defy gravity and not fall on him? Unless you're talking, maybe the Tampa Bay played Atlanta. I didn't see that. I heard about that hit on Brady. I didn't see it though. I didn't see the hit on Brady. But it's Tom Brady. Brady gets special treatment like Jordan used to. When you're the GOAT, hands off. Can't touch him. If you breathed on Michael Jordan, it was a foul. But yeah, somebody asked me if I'm watching the final drive. Yeah, I got it out right now. Raiders have it at the 22. Carr drops back to pass. He looks left. He throws right. And it's caught by Hunter Renfrow, just short of a first down. Raiders just need a field goal to win. Bono, my friend, thank you. I appreciate you. Here's the problem. With the referee calls, they can cost people their jobs. Nobody looks back and says it was because of a ref. Dire Giants fan and I talk about that all the time. Dire Giants fan says it more than anybody else. What are the refs going to be held accountable? Or the umps in baseball? Carr back to pass, under pressure, looks, throws it right into the dirt. That should be intentional grounding. I don't know if he was out of the pocket, but he's going to say somebody was in the area. 3rd and 1, obviously 4-down territory for the Raiders. My brother-in-law's a big Raider fan. He would love to beat the Chiefs. Chiefs trying to hold on. Fabian, thank you, my friend. Baddog Tano want to know if you could drop the link. Where? Where is it? Does he? Chris, you want to come in? Oh, yeah, hold on a second. Here's Carr. Yeah, hold on, Chris. Let me bring you in here, my friend. Chris didn't block me on Twitter, so we're good. Only Kadarius Toney blocked me on Twitter. I think Kadarius Toney is the only person that has blocked me on Twitter, to be honest with you. All right. There you go, buddy. It's in your Twitter DMs, my friend. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. A little preview of Talking Giants this week, which will have to be Friday because the Yankees play Tuesday and Thursday. Irish Rover, thank you for being a member for 12 months, my friend. He said Kevin Christie has to come on, do a mic check. Yeah, I just sent him the link, so he should be here in a second. Here we go. Oh, Raiders have it 2nd down and 10. Carr out of the shotgun from his own 37. Drops back to pass. Looks right. Throws right. Got a man. Caught. Dropped. Picked up. Renfro's not going to get out of bounds. The clock will continue to run. 53 seconds to go. Raiders are nearing midfield. There's Carlson. I believe he's hit 36 or 37 straight field goals. My friend and I came into this fantasy football league tonight down by 24 points, and Devontae Adams absolutely killed it for us. We appreciate you, Devontae. Joel, my friend, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you from Dan Enda. Good on, Mike. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate them, the support from Dan Enda. He says, Brady Bucks fan. I love Brady. Brady's like my all-time favorite player. Spent way too much damn money. I told you guys, I sold like all my Brady rookies except for one. And they were the higher end Brady rookies. Now, like an idiot, I'm buying the lower end ones back. I don't know why I sold some of the ones I had. Carr looks, throws. Devontae Adams has it, and he's out of bounds. He's out of bounds inside the 40. There's another eBay notification. Like, they got to stop. Oh, I already bought that one. But yeah, I'm buying like Brady. I'm buying Brady rookies, and I'm buying like I'm buying earlier Tom Brady stuff. But Joel says Brady Bucks fan here. I also think that the Brady call is trash. What is he supposed to do? Well done to the Giants. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. There he is. I know my shades are upstairs, man. I can't hear you, though. I can't hear you. I don't hear him. I don't hear you.
Now you should hear me.
Now I hear you.
All right, let me just make sure the mic is good to go. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what I just did.
Nope, now he disappeared again. He'll come back. He did get a new mic. Let's see. Oh, that's incomplete. He didn't get both beat down.
Am I good?
You're good.
Okay. I don't know why my camera's not working. My new better camera, for some reason, it's too bright. But I was mixing with some settings. But I wanted to come on, see what people think of the new audio quality. I can't see your chat right now, so I don't know what people think of the new audio quality. I bought a new mic today, so I wanted to test it out.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that on Twitter that you bought one.
Yeah. It was a pretty penny, but I wanted to upgrade the audio quality and the video quality and get a new background. Just want to test it out, see what people think in the chat.
Yeah, what the hell?
I can't see the chat right now, but I'm curious to see what people think.
The future's so bright, you got to wear shades. Okay. Triple X says you guys are not allowed on DJ's bandwagon. When Garrett's trash offense was in play, you guys crucified him, but now he's winning you over. I'm allowed to change my opinion whenever the hell I want. So let me ask you this. Maybe you've never had a girlfriend in your life. I don't know. I don't know you. You don't know me. So you're telling me if you date a girl and you start dating her and you don't like her, you're not allowed to break up with her. You have to stay with her forever. It's one thing when you marry the woman. And even then, do people stay married their entire lives when things are miserable? No.
So wait a second. Let me get this straight. And by the way, thank you guys for the feedback. Let me take off the shade so I can read
they're all saying Mike sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay, good. I was just curious because I still haven't heard it. So Authentic was helping me work with the settings, and I just wanted to see while you were live. I figured I'd pop on and see what people thought. So this guy's claiming that basically because you at one point we weren't convinced on DJ, you're not allowed to alter your opinion on an athlete. Is that
correct? You can't ever alter your opinion, not just on an athlete, but obviously on anything. So when he's really bad, you can't change your opinion when he becomes really good. Or if somebody's really good and they become really bad, you're not allowed to change your opinion then either.
Well, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So you like, all right, you know what? For everybody that said anything poor about Saquon Barkley, you're not allowed to then realize that 5 games into this season that he's a much better player than he's ever been.
Right. No, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. So if the Eagle fans were down on Jalen Hurts after his first 2 years, and now he's playing really good, they're not allowed to change their opinion. However, Chris, they have to come here and tell me that I need to change my opinion on Jalen Hurts because I thought he was bad. So when it's Jalen Hurts, I have to change my opinion because now he's playing well, and I said he wouldn't. But when I said Daniel Jones wouldn't play well, and now he is, now I'm not allowed to change my opinion. You see how that works? It makes sense now.
Right. I don't know. You can't win when you put your opinion out there on YouTube or on Twitter or whatever else, because when you're too pro an athlete, people get on you for that. When you're not pro enough an athlete, people get on you for that. You're always gonna have people that hate you one way or the other. I just try to give my honest opinion. I've never completely shut the door on Daniel Jones. I've never completely opened the door on Daniel Jones. He hasn't earned a complete open door, but at the same time, he's had circumstances where I haven't been able to completely close the door. Those circumstances have improved this year, and because of that, he's improved. So we'll see how he continues to improve. Well, he has Dable, Shane, and everything else, but he's still got a ways to go, but he's certainly trending in the right direction. That's my opinion on Daniel Jones.
Correct. That's my opinion. Is he the best quarterback in the league? No. Does he still make mistakes? Yes. But is he better than he's been in years past? Yes. I think it's obvious.
Yeah.
I think that's obvious. But yeah, I don't. This is the thing. I love when people tell you how to fan. I'm grown.
Right.
So nobody's telling me what to do, especially somebody on the internet. You shouldn't drink diet soda. I don't give a shit. Worry about you. Don't worry about what I'm doing. You don't want to drink diet soda, don't drink it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to love Daniel Jones, love him. You want to hate Daniel Jones, hate him. My opinion of Daniel Jones will be based on Daniel Jones and nobody else's opinion about how I feel about Daniel Jones. That's really it.
I'm with you. I'm on board.
And my Giants, he says, love the new quality.
Oh, he's talking to me?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why the camera quality, it like when I switch to the camera quality, it's completely bright. I don't know. I think it's something that I did with my settings, so I'm looking forward to getting a better camera with this too. But yeah, I appreciate it. I wanted to test it out and see what you guys thought. I got your chat up actually. I'm just testing. I don't mean to like hijack your stream, but
you open door policy for you, sir.
I appreciate it.
You know that.
What how's the volume, guys, in the chat? I'm reading the chat right now. Like in terms of like, is it high enough? Is it how's it sound, guys? Just let me know in the chat. But go ahead, Baddog.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Gorgas says the picture looks fine. Jeff McKinney says, Chris, the mic is a little low.
Okay.
Time
good, a little low. Okay.
Yeah. Triple X, thank you again. He says, keep that same energy because DJ been the same the entire time. He's just winning now, so don't give me that girlfriend analogy BS. Also, after pigeons. I agree with the last part of it. But he has not been the same the entire time. Like, I don't know what you're watching. He hasn't been the same the entire time at all. Okay. Listen, he works hard. He's a good kid. He's always had that. I'll agree with that. He doesn't dog it. He's always been tough. But his pocket awareness, ability to escape, and confidence, and ability to show resolve and grit when his back's against a wall, that was not there until this year. There's no way you can tell me that this guy is the same quarterback. Even his rookie season, when he put up 24 touchdowns, he was not as good as he is this year. I don't give a damn about the statistics. He made a lot of mistakes. This year he's playing. He is not. He made one mistake. First week of the season, Dable shredded him. He didn't hang his head. He showed intense enough forward to let him down, scored the game-winning touchdown, 2-point conversion. He's thrown one interception since, and that was a BS interception at the end of the game when he had to throw against a stacked deck and David Sills slipped. He's played way better. He's played way smarter. He's played with much more confidence.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with everything you said. I mean, the biggest stat for me regarding Daniel Jones this year, I'm not a huge stat guy. Like,
me neither. I don't care about it. That's what my whole video was about that today, Chris. And its stats don't matter. We're 4-1.
Yeah, but the most important stat to me regarding Daniel Jones, I brought it up today in my video. It's situational football. It's what I've said all offseason. Daniel Jones coming into this year had 3 game-winning drives in his first 3 years in the NFL. He's got 3 game-winning drives in his first 5 games this year with Brian Dable. Daniel Jones had 2 games his entire career where he won a football game where he was trailing at halftime up until this year. He's won 2 games already under Brian Dable in his first 5 games where he was down by 10 points in each of them at the half against the Tennessee Titans.
Two good teams.
Yeah, 2 good teams. So that, to me, don't show me stats. Jared Goff has great stats. His team's 1-4. The reason Jared Goff has a lot of touchdown passes is because his team's down by 20 points, and he's putting up garbage time statistics. The Giants' game plan is not for Daniel Jones to go out there and chuck the ball, and it's not because of the limitations of Jones. It's because of the limitations around Jones, the lack of wide receiver help, the fact that everybody's in a brand new scheme, the offensive line is still evolving, so he's playing from within the frame, the game plan, and he's doing it very effectively. And when he's called upon to step up to make conversions, he's doing it. Yesterday against the Packers had the number 1 third down defense in all of football going into that game. 23% of the time, teams were converting on third down against the Packers. Jones was 6 of 10. And it was all him. 2 were with his legs. Made a number of tight window throws. You think about the tight window throw to Slayton. You think about the throw to Richie James on the 3rd and 13. So Jones has evolved as a passer under Brian Dable. It's undeniable. I don't care if you throw that, he's only got this amount of touchdown passes. The same people that complain about Daniel Jones' touchdown passes praise Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has 1 more touchdown pass.
I said that at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of the stream. I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. I also mentioned that the reason Daniel Jones doesn't have more touchdowns is because if you're inside the 5-yard line, if you're at the 3, do you want to take a chance of dropping the quarterback back at a condensed area, throwing to Richie James and David Sills? Or would you rather hand the ball off to the best running back in the league and Saquon Barkley? What's the higher percentage play? Dable don't give a damn about Daniel Jones's fantasy statistics for all you fantasy football players that want the touchdown for Jones. He cares about the best way to get the ball into the end zone to win the game.
That's it.
That's all that matters. So, no, again, Daniel Jones, and I've never denied this, Triple X. At any point, you can go back, you can look at any of my game or any of my videos about Daniel Jones. Am I critical? Yes. When he made mistakes, yes. Critical, admit it. But I've always said Jones had the physical capability to be a really good quarterback. His processing skill, I didn't think he would ever figure it out. Well, obviously, coaching makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference. But the other thing is, he needs to develop more tools. But anybody that watched him last 2 years cannot honestly say he's not a lot better this year. And that he's the same guy. He's not. He's a different quarterback.
It's the best he's ever looked, and and the one thing we've always complained about as Giants fans since he's been in the league is he'll show you one really good game, and then he'll be bad for 2 weeks, or he'll be bad for 3 weeks.
The inconsistency.
He's been consistent this year. You think back over his last 3 games, he hasn't really had a turnover-worthy play for the most part. The first 2 games, he had that one really bad throw to Saquon Barkley where he stared down the receiver, and then the second game he threw what should have been a pick six. It was a really bad throw before halftime when he was rushing to the line of scrimmage. But the last 3 weeks, you really haven't seen that. He hasn't been turning the football over, hasn't really even been making throws that could lead to turnovers. He's done a tremendous job. He's played from within the game plan, and I credit him for that. And I do think, like I've said at the beginning of the year, they're going to open up this offense. It's just we're going to have to wait until this team is ready to do it. Right now, we don't have our weapons. And right now, the offensive line's not ready to pass protect at the level that they're going to need to open up this offense. They got better this week. I thought this was the best week we've seen from the offensive line in terms of pass protection. But
absolutely,
we got to get
27 points. I mean,
we got to get Robinson back. We got to get Tony back. And once we do that, I do expect them to open up this offense.
We got to get Kenny Golladay to produce.
Yeah,
it's got to happen. I don't know, but yeah, I've never. The other thing is about Daniel Jones. I have always said the Giants did him no favors.
Yeah,
no favors. Then this is the other thing, Triple X. This is the other thing. In years past, Daniel Jones was throwing to Sterling Shepard, Kadarius Toney, Kenny Golladay. So he had better receivers talent-wise. This year, the guy's throwing to Richie James, David Sills, and Marcus Johnson, Daniel Bellinger. He had Shep for a little while. And Darius Slayton. Slayton was there. Daniel Jones also had Golden Tate his first season in the league.
And he's never had a healthy Saquon Barkley.
Right.
Until this year.
So again, his talent level outside of Saquon Barkley this is the worst wide receiving core in the league. As I said earlier, I don't know if you were in the stream earlier. If you're not a Giants fan, and if you're a Lions fan, you don't know who the hell David Sills, Richie James, Marcus Johnson, and Daniel Bellinger are, but you do know who Jamar Chase is. You do know who Jalen Waddle is, and Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams. Those guys.
Devontae Smith.
Right. A.J. Brown.
You know those guys.
You know Amari Cooper. You know the big stars. So that's why Daniel Jones has won me over. And again, he's just a tough kid. But I, as a fan, as a human, you always have the right to change your opinion, especially in sports, because the pulse of sports changes week in and week out. As I've said right now, the Eagles are 5-0. The Eagles are one of the best teams in football right now. There's no argument. Yep. But if they have an injury, and I'm not wishing this at all, but what if Jalen Hurts got hurt? What if Jalen Hurts hurt his hamstring and he was out for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, whatever? He broke his wrist. He's out for 8 weeks.
Right.
And the Eagles go 2-6 in that time. And they're 7-6. Are you thinking about you thinking the Eagles are the same without Jalen Hurts at 7-6 as they are with him at 5-0? Of course not.
Right.
Of course they're not the same team. So you can't. That's like saying, "Oh, the Eagles are 5-0. They're flying high. Now they have injuries and they're losing games because they don't have all their stars." But you're not allowed to change your opinion. You said they were the best team at 5-0. Now they're 7-7 or whatever, and they have no talent and they're losing games. But you can't change your opinion.
In my opinion, Baddog, listen, I do think there's some people that probably flip flop too often. Like that they're not willing to wait out an opinion. I'll say that. But overall, like people who are not willing to change their opinion at all, they're the ones that are wrong to me. Like if you're too married to an opinion that you're not willing to adapt if you see improvements or regression based off of what your opinion is, well then you're not being true to yourself. Like yeah, you should, based off the evidence that's presented to you, be willing to change your opinion. I was extremely down on Jalen Hurts. I'm still not completely sold on him as a franchise quarterback, but I'm certainly willing to say that I was wrong about him.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm certainly willing to say that the guy has proven, at least in an ideal circumstance, which is certainly what the Philadelphia Eagles have, one of the top 5 offensive lines in football, unbelievable weapons all around him. The guy can win football games, and I'll give him credit for that. He deserves it. So I'm willing to change my opinion. Anybody that's not willing to change their opinion is there. I mean, why would you ever listen to somebody that's so stuck?
Yeah, you're extremely stubborn.
Yeah,
it's what it is. And my Giants 26, thank you, buddy. He says, I'll be honest, I didn't want people to change their opinion. They said Saquon Barkley was washed, done, and wanted those people to stay on that side of the table. I mean, I don't know if anyone thought he was washed, but his health was a big question. That was
I've never questioned Barkley, the player. You obviously question whether or not he could get back to his form, but for me, he was always an incredible running back. It was just a matter of whether or not he could get back to the player he was based off the ACL tear.
Yeah, and he certainly has. He certainly has. Bodo, thank you, my friend. He says, I hate Jerry Jones. My opinion won't ever change. Well, that's okay. You should hate Jerry Jones. Dallas Cowboy fans hate Jerry Jones, so he's the reason why Texas doesn't have 3 professional football teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yes, it is. L.A. Lou, thank you, my friend. Switch your filter or diffuse your light, I think you meant to say. Maybe for your camera brightness?
Switch your filter or diffuse your light. Oh, because like when I switch, I'll show you what it looks like. It was looking fine when I had it on my own StreamYard, but then when I came on here and then when I went on my own StreamYard, it wasn't looking good at all. So right now when I switch to the better camera, it looks like this. So I gotta tinker with the settings and figure it out.
I saw Jacob Kelly said, how did I become a member? I didn't pay for it. Dire Giants fan paid for it. Dire Giants fan bought some memberships a couple streams ago. And if somebody purchases memberships, if you opt in for a membership and somebody gifts memberships, you can become a member. That's how that happened. Triple X, thank you. And he says he's been the same. He had garbage attempting to catch the ball, i.e. Ingram. Well, Ingram was trash. I mean, I totally admit that. Danny's not been a turnover machine. He just has a line now. F the Cowgirls. Yes, F the Cowgirls, F the Pigeons. I agree. Listen, man, this is the way I look at it. If I'm high in a player and other people aren't, and then this player starts to prove why I was high on him and they come to my side, I'm happy that they're coming to my side about it. I'm not going to say, hey, you can't change your opinion about it. Listen, he's played well. There's no question about it. Listen, I say this all the time. I am wrong a lot. I've been married for 22 years. I'm wrong every day of my life. It happens. But I'm right a lot too. Again, you put your opinion, you make 2,000 videos on YouTube. Okay. You're going to be wrong. It's going to happen. And you're going to be right. It's going to happen.
I'm going to switch back to that camera again. I think I might have fixed it. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to see.
That's right. But Triple X, you're fine by me, man. Listen, I'm just glad Daniel Jones is winning games. I'm glad the Giants are winning games.
Still looks a little off, right?
Yeah, a little bright. It's like a light shining in your face.
It looks better, right? But still off.
Yeah, it's still off. The other way looks better.
I'm gonna play with it.
Big moo. DJ looks cool, calm, and collected more than ever. It's confident. It's confidence. And I think that it's because the coach has confidence in him. You know, Michael, thank you, my friend. Appreciate says, what do you think about trying to sign DJ Moore? I'm going to do a video about that tomorrow. We'd have to trade for him. I'll give my opinion on it. I never thought the Giants would actually be considered buyers at this point in the year. I thought for sure. I mean, just a couple weeks ago, Boomer Esiason came out and said they should trade Saquon. So
how's that look, Baddog? Better?
That's a little darker, but it's better than the light shining in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Triple X said you've said on multiple occasions he's not it. I did. And I haven't said can you show me when I've said that he is it this year? I said he's winning me over. I didn't say, and I've said a bunch of times, I don't know that he's the future quarterback of the Giants. I've never said he's the future quarterback of the Giants. I've never said that. I don't know what they're going to do. But I can tell you this, it's not a slam dunk that he's not. But it's not a slam dunk that he is either. That's going to depend on the front office.
How about now?
And what they can do, how they want to go. But yeah, I have said that he's not in. And I still haven't said he isn't.
I think it looks better now, right?
But again, yes, it does look better now.
Okay, good.
But again, this is the thing. Why does my opinion matter that much? I've never quite figured that out. Why my opinion on things gets their underwear in a knot. And why Giants say we're winning Sunday, home field, Wink and our D are back. We can stop Lamar. They have had D lost their starting safety known for allowing comebacks.
Somebody asked if it's autographed. No, it's not autographed. It's just a picture of Tyree with the final score and everything.
Very nice.
Yep.
I do have an autographed picture of that one somewhere over there.
That's cool.
It's not a frame though. It's like in a crappy frame. He wrote "God did it" on there.
I think God certainly did.
Yeah, he did. That's what he put. He signed it, and he said God did it. Andy, my friend, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. He says, even in gents, DJ has really grown on me. We need to sign him now. Let's build this team around him. We're going to a Giants bar in Santa Monica this Sunday. Hope wearing my cave on brings him his first sack. I do too.
Yeah, that's a good question as far as that goes. Xerox. And again, my opinion may change. We're allowed to change our opinions. Football, especially, is a sport where your opinion could change. I don't want to say week to week because I'm not going to fall off of DJ in a week, but my opinion may change of DJ in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But I'm of the opinion right now that if the season were to end, I think we're bringing back DJ. But I'm not on a multi-year extension. I'm talking about a contract where you're going to have the freedom to get out after a year. But I think the Giants are going to be in a position where Daniel Jones is going to prove worthy enough to continue to build this team around, continue to improve the wide receiving core, and see if Jones can improve along with it. I don't think he's going to be at the level quite yet where you feel like he's worthy of a 5-year commitment. But I think he's going to be worthy of enough where we're going to be in a draft spot late enough in the first round where you're going to say, okay, we'll roll with you for another year. We'll draft your wide receiver. We'll continue to build up this team. And if you don't become an elite level quarterback, well, then we'll circle back to this next year and see what we're going to do at the quarterback position.
Yeah, exactly. John, thank you, my friend. He says, Triple X, shut up. It's their opinion, period. I mean, he doesn't need to shut up. It's fine. It's his opinion, too. He has the right to, say you shouldn't change your. He has the right to say whatever he wants. It's why this country's great, right? We have the freedom of speech. We have the freedom of expression. We can express however we want. But again, nobody's going to tell me about my opinion or how to root for the Giants or what to say or what to eat or what to drink. It's not happening. There's one person in this world that's going to tell me what to do, and that's my wife. And even she can't tell me what to do all the time. She pretty much lets me do what I want to. But if she says, can you do this? I'm going to do it. That's part of being married. That's about it, though. That's probably the only person that could tell me, I don't want you doing this, and I won't do it. That's it. If my wife comes down here right now and says, Baddog, you can't change your opinion on Daniel Jones, I'd still change my opinion on Daniel Jones. She ain't telling me anything about that either. But you get my point. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and everybody's allowed to change their opinion. It happens.
Yeah.
Analysts on television, they change their opinion. On the radio, the professionals, they all do it. Again, like I said,
everybody.
The Eagles are 5-0 right now. We think they're great, and they get some injuries, and they end up being 6-11. Are you going to sit there and go, "Well, the Eagles are the best team in football, and they're 6-11"? Of course you're not.
Right?
Of course not. Darian, thank you, brother. He says, "Don't want to get too ahead of myself, but we'd have a serious front four when Williams and Aziz recover. Give Jones, Odell Beckham, and we have a playoff team. I'd rather have DJ Moore personally." But
yeah, I just don't see us getting Odell Beckham. I know everybody brings that up, and I get why fans want Odell Beckham, a former Giant, a fan favorite, but he's not going to be back until late November. I think there's going to be better options, even if it's not from within this year. It might be next year. I just don't see Odell Beckham coming here. I really don't. But I am really excited about the defensive line, like you talked about.
Yes, I am too. I want to see him more healthy. Hopefully Leonard Williams should play this week.
Yeah,
and hopefully Aziz does too. But I agree. It's just fun to win football games, man. I'm just happy we're winning. I've had 4 victory scotches this year. I had 4 victory scotches all of last season. Triple X Seggy says, John, I was talking to you, kid. Here we go. Behind the Fiends, thank you, my friend. I'm still not sold on DJ, but I got to say his improvement with ball security, not fumbling every time he's hit, is a big plus. Been better with the ball. He's
not just that. His pocket awareness has been noticeably better.
That's what I think. That's what I notice.
Especially the last 3 weeks.
Yep. Especially that Dallas game. You could really see
it really stood out.
Yeah.
His pocket awareness has gotten much better this year. And he showed signs of it last year, but it's I mean, last year he was better than his rookie year, but he still wasn't where we needed him to be. But this year he actually I'm not going to say he's an elite pocket awareness, but he's got good pocket awareness this year.
Yeah. It's way better than it's been. It's light years ahead of where it's been.
Yeah.
He doesn't walk into the defender anymore.
Yeah.
Like he used to run into the defender. He used to run into a sack, or not get out of the pocket. Like he wouldn't move. He would just stand back there. Now he feels it and he gets away from it. That's the biggest difference that I notice is that's gotten a lot better.
And I will say, and Max Smith brings up a good point. Yes, having Andrew Thomas improve also is obviously going to help him in his pocket. Because listen, when you have a left tackle that that has your back, that you don't got to worry about every time you drop back to pass, you're not gonna have as much fear. We saw it with Eli Manning. Eli Manning always had pretty good pocket awareness, and then late in his career, he got happy feet because of Eric Flowers. So when you could trust the guy,
I got happy feet because of him.
Yeah. So when you could trust your blind side the way that Andrew Thomas has been holding up, that's going to put more trust in it in the back of his head. He's not going to have that mental clock. He's not going to be scared that he's going to be getting hit every time he drops back. So yeah, that of course is going to help you.
Absolutely. Bodo, thank you, my friend. He says the only time is when I flip-flopped is when I went from sandals to flip-flops. Flip-flops are freaking uncomfortable, man. I don't know how anybody walks with those things stuck in between your big toe and your second toe. I don't know how anybody does that, man. It's sandals all day for me. I don't like that plastic thing digging into the middle of my toes. It hurts like a son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, Giants, thank you, buddy. He says they have bad D. Oh, you didn't need a super chat again. They have bad D, the Ravens. Listen, Cincinnati held them to 19. And it took a game-winning field goal for Baltimore to win. And as I've said, it's going to be the same as the Packers. If we keep this game close in the fourth quarter and Daniel Jones is not forced to pass every time he drops back and Barkley can still be a factor, we have a legitimate chance to beat them. And I will say this, Chris. I don't know if you were in the stream when I said it. I said it early. If we beat Baltimore, we're going to the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you right now, Baddog. Like if even before we beat Baltimore, I'm not guaranteeing anything. But if somebody said, Chris, are we going to the playoffs or not right now before the Baltimore game, even knowing that it's a very high probability we could lose, I would slightly lean yes. Like not convincingly yes. But if you ask me right now, what's the percentage we're going to the playoffs? I'd say like 52 to 55% right now. Because I look at our schedule, Baddog. 5-7 probably gets you in. That's 9-8.
And we've played the toughest part of our schedule right now.
And we got, is it crazy for me to think we're going to sweep Washington?
No.
I don't think it is.
So it's not crazy to think we could beat Indianapolis and Minnesota now either.
Leave them off. Is it crazy to think we're going to win one of at Jacksonville and at Seattle?
No.
One. So if you take that into 2 Washington games, you're already at 3. I said we need 5 wins to get to 9. Is it crazy to think we're going to beat Houston at home?
Nope.
That's 8. Is it crazy to think we're going to beat a 1-4 Lions team who just got shut out this past week at home?
Nope.
That's 9 wins. That's playoffs.
It's there. Yep, it is. It's great. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. If we beat Baltimore, I think we're in. Because then you only have to go win 4 for the rest of the year, and you just named 5. And again, I think we can beat the Colts. I think the toughest games in our schedule after Baltimore is the NFC East games. The Eagles twice and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
How much fun would it be if the last week came down to winning the division between the Eagles and the Giants?
That'd be great.
Oh, we owe them one, don't we? Well, as Patricia Trainer said, we owe them more than one.
Yeah, we owe them about 20.
Yeah, we do. Thank you for Super Chat. It's just my opinion. I don't see Shane trading for a wide receiver. Just resigned Foster earlier. Think he'll stick with what we have, but if they called Carolina, I hope it's for Burns because Burns won't cost us a first. Well, neither would Williams, I don't think.
Yeah, John, I don't know what we're gonna end up doing. I don't think the Forster thing has any implication of what we're going to do one way or the other. He's just a practice squad guy, a guy that has familiarity through Buffalo. I think he also went to Alabama where Dable coached. So there's some familiarity there as well. But he's a practice squad guy that may get a little bit of a look at the pro level, but he's not going to be a guy that's going to change this offense. We don't have a lot of money. So in the end, we may not add a wide receiver. I think the deal's got to be right. But I think they're going to at least explore it, because you think about what a wide receiver could do to this offense. It could completely change it. But it's got to make sense. It's got to be the right deal. It's got to be a young wide receiver. It's got to be a guy that could fit within our salary cap that we have confidence in long term. It can't just be about this year. So we'll see. But could we do something like Dallas did with Amari Cooper in season? I could see it. You look at what Amari Cooper did for that Dallas offense that year. Once he got there, it changed everything.
Yeah, I agree. W7 says, Baddog, what if the police tell you not to commit murder? I know you're not supposed to do that. I don't need the police to tell me that. That's against the law. That's a little different. I'm not breaking a law by changing my opinion about a player. I'm not breaking the law by consuming Coke Zero. So murder and changing your opinion on Daniel Jones they're a little different.
One's morally wrong. One's just
a little different. One's going to put me in jail for the rest of my life, and one is going to go away. One will move on to another player at some point. LA Lou, thank you, my friend. Put a piece of white poster board on the desk in front of you to bounce some soft reflective light on your face and remove the shadows. Sounds like
I have a hat on. All right, I'll work on it, Lou. I'll work on it. I appreciate it.
I like that red hoodie back there, Chris.
Yeah, this is my new merch. I haven't put it up for sale yet, but the guy sent it to me, so
I like that.
Yeah, it says Entertainment Token Sports, and then I got the shirt here, also Entertainment Token Sports. So I just figured it'd be cool to have in the background, and then a couple of Giants things. I got the banner here, 4-time Super Bowl champs, yada yada yada.
Yeah, I have nothing behind this green screen. There's a blank wall. Maybe I'll hang this button up there, but
I just wanted something different. I wanted to switch it up. Because I've been doing the green screen for a while, and eventually I want to get like a desk look, but that's probably a year from now.
Yeah, eventually I want to get a new house. This is probably a year from now. Yeah. Triple X, thank you, my friend. PJ DJ is far better than filth. Well, I agree with that. We could sign or play Russian roulette in the draft and end up with another Tony. He's proving this year that he is it too. That's the whole thing. That's why Chris said maybe you do bring him back on a 2-year deal. But you're right. That is the whole thing. You don't know what you're getting out of the draft. And that's what, again, Triple X, I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream when I talked about, I don't understand the Giants fans that come to my channel when I'm happy that we're 4-1 say, oh, we're ruining our draft pick. And I'm like, why do you want a high draft pick? Oh, because it helps you win in the future? We're winning right now. Why do you need a high draft pick? The whole reason you were hoping to get a high draft pick is so you win more games. We're 4-1. So, yes, and that's the thing. You don't know what you're getting. There's been plenty of picks that have failed. Plenty. Tons.
I would bet you, Baddog, without looking, 75 to 80% of quarterbacks that are drafted in the top 5 of a draft don't see a second contract with the team who drafted them.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, how the coaches Rant Rule got fired. It's quick. I'm impatient, but the NFL's impatient now. It's just what it is what it is. They get out of stuff real quick. Quarterbacks too. Quick rotating door of quarterbacks.
So
if you don't produce.
If that's the case, like even if we lose, like you have a 20% chance that you're going to hit on a quarterback. So like you're going to bet. No, enjoy the season. See where the team goes. I think it's much more important for this team to, like you have said, instill a winning culture. Start getting, for me, I want to have a lot more confidence as a fan at the end of the year that we have a coaching staff that could get the most out of their players. And for me to have that confidence, this team needs to start winning football games rather than having a dice toss at a quarterback prospect, to come in here and try to save an incomplete football team. So for me, you can make the playoffs, you can win football games. Let's do it. I hope Daniel Jones matures and becomes the quarterback. If he doesn't, we'll worry about that down the line. Agreed.
Both of us said we want Daniel Jones to be the future of the Giants.
Yeah.
It's not like we're rooting against him because we know if Daniel Jones succeeds, the Giants succeed. And it's all about the Giants succeeding. It's not about one player. Yeah. It's about the team. Yeah. Behind the Fiends, thank you, my friend. He says, I think everyone needs a shoulder roll. There's still a lot of to play. 12 weeks. I'm not sold until DJ puts together a solid season. Like I said, I just want to.
I don't think any of us are sold yet.
Right. I just want to win.
We're giving our opinion as of now. That I'm leaning that he's going to be back here. That doesn't mean that I can't change my opinion.
Right. Triple X, thank you again, my friend. Really appreciate it. Says his pocket awareness is better because he trusts the O-line to have his back. He still gets hit, just never from the blind side. Fumbles constantly down too. But see, so you're admitting that he's better at things that he wasn't as good at, regardless of who's on the offensive line. He has one fumble this year. That's it. He's fumbled once. So that is way down. And if anybody saw the fumble, he had no chance because he did get hit from the blind side.
And in my opinion, Baddog, and XXX might disagree with me, but that's just obvious what he just said. So you're basically telling me that his pocket awareness is better, essentially, because he now has a pocket. Because when he didn't have a left tackle, he was getting crushed every time he dropped back to pass when Andrew Thomas was struggling. So I could say that about any quarterback. Any quarterback, if he has a left tackle that can't protect, he's going to look worse in the pocket than if he has a left tackle that can protect.
Right.
That's just common sense.
Right. Yeah, right? That's what I mean.
Like Tom Brady is going to look a lot better than if he has this Andrew Thomas blocking for him than if he has 2020 Andrew Thomas blocking for him.
Right. Or Eric Flowers. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm just happy that the Giants as a team are improving. And I hope Daniel Jones continues to get better and better and better and better as weeks progress. And I think he is. His statistics may not show it, and all the haters go, he's got 3 touchdowns. He has no touchdowns since week 2. I don't care. Again, that's why I watch games, and my eyes tell me what they tell me. Everybody looks at things differently, but what I see out there is a confident quarterback that makes throws when he has to, leads the team when he has to, and steps up when he has to. And I did not see that in years previous. I see it this year, and that's why he's winning me over, because I just feel like his resolve is a lot better. Felipe, thank you, brother. Shout out to Baddog and Tana. Much love to y'all. Thank you. Appreciate
Baddog, I don't mean to cut it short. I'm gonna head out because I got work.
Yeah, you do what you got to do.
I just wanted to pop in and see what people thought of the new
Friday. Is Friday night good for the show? Because the Yankees play tomorrow and Thursday.
Friday should be good. Yeah, because the Mets. Let me check my schedule on the Mets, but I think we're good on them. So
yeah, freaking Mets. Well, I didn't. I was sitting there. They got one hit last time. Like, that was an absolute. That's terrible.
Disgusting.
Just horrible. Drag you around for 3.5 hours. 101 wins right down the tubes.
Disaster. I knew that game was over by about the 4th inning, but
that freaking sucks.
I'm gonna head out, gonna get some sleep. I might be live tomorrow. We'll see. But if I'm not, I'll see you guys soon. You guys know that. And I'll be on Bad Dog's channel Friday. He'll be on my channel Sunday.
There you go.
And hopefully we're celebrating another Giants win. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, later, brother.
Be good.
Triple X, thank you, buddy. He says fumbles been going down since year 1 below 1. Yeah, they have. Oh, his fumbles been way down. I think he fumbled 19 times his rookie season. He's gotten better. Again, I believe that just his IQ is getting raised. And I'll be honest with you, I know coaching makes a big difference, but I didn't realize it made that as big of a difference as it has. When he threw that interception in Tennessee, I'm sitting here thinking, here we go again. He hasn't learned, but Dave will shoot him a new one, and he figured it out. I'm happy for him. Anyway, Giants 26, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. I want to picture more here. Probably not likely. Again, it depends on if the Giants want to take a swing at this or not. We're going to find out soon. But I didn't think, like I said, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about trading Saquon Barkley. Now we're talking about trading for a number 1 wide receiver. Adam Goma. Good on, Mike. Thank you for watching from Australia. Always appreciate that. He says, with the situation coming into the season, I think Slayton is really trying hard, showing he belongs. Underrated game on Sunday. He had a great game. I think he had 6 catches for 79 yards. And although Daniel Jones made that tight window throw to Slayton on the 3rd down, it was Slayton's extra effort that got the first down. It was a great throw by Daniel Jones, but Slayton needed an extra yard, and his second effort got it. I love to see it because Darius Slayton needs to be a part of the team because he's the one true outside burner that we have, and we need him to be that deep threat. So hopefully that game gets Darius Slayton's confidence back because you see what a confident player does. Confidence goes a long way in the NFL. It's an underrated aspect of the way players play. They're playing with confidence, and it's not just the NFL. If you do anything if you're confident in whatever you're doing, you're going to do it better. You just are. So hopefully it gets Slayton going. We could really use him. Bono, my friend, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Says, I did try bare feet instead of flip-flops on the beach. Being 6'5", as dorky as I walk, everyone thought I was Sasquatch. No one offered me jerky. I didn't realize you were that big. 6'5". Bodo's a big dude. Bodo's a big dude. Well, if I ever see you on the beach, I'll offer you some beef jerky. What is it? Jack Link's, right? Jack Link's beef jerky. That's good stuff. It's a good snack too. Beef jerky's good. AZ, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. How happy we didn't hire Matt Rule. Joke Judge 2.0. I mentioned earlier, we dodged a bullet. They gave him 7 years. He wanted 7 years, $70 million from the Giants. I'm glad we didn't do that because, like I said, although it was just 5 games more than Joe Judge coached, had we held on to Matt Rule, we wouldn't have Brian Daboll. So everything works out for a reason, right? Let's hope so. Behind the Fiends, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, brother. About the draft, remember the GOAT 6th round pick. Well, yeah, you never know, man. Russell Wilson was a 3rd round pick. Jalen Hurts was a 2nd round pick. He's been really good. Dak Prescott was a 4th round pick. You don't know. Jamarcus Russell was a 1st overall pick. You don't know. You know, you never know. Nobody expected Brady to do that, though. Patrick, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. He says, when Tony was drafted, I was hopeful, but he was compared to Percy Harvin. I immediately got worried. I did too. I said if he could be as effective as Percy Harvin, I would have been happy with it. It is amazing the coincidences or the common thing, the common theme, the similarities between the two players. That's the word I was looking for. Both very similar, shifty, electric players, could never stay healthy. Percy Harvin could never stay healthy. Both went to Florida. All we can hope is that Kadarius Toney finds his way in the field and makes an impact. We could certainly use him as a guy that can take the top of a defense, be really shifty, and make a 7-yard slant into a 70-yard touchdown. It would be nice to have that in the receiving game. We have it in Barkley, but it'd be nice to have it in the receiving game. Hopefully, whatever the hell is going on with his hamstrings, he gets him healed and he can get out there. Triple X, thank you, my friend. He says, I'm not admitting he's better. He's been good. Again, man, everybody's entitled to a different opinion. It is what it is. We're all entitled to our opinions. And everybody has a different opinion. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It's just people have different opinions on everything, not just football. You know, you may tell me your favorite color is red. My favorite color is black. What's the difference? You know what I mean? It's just different opinions. Iceman, thank you for the $2. Boom! But I'll admit, X Triple X, thank you again. Appreciate you. Dusty didn't get better. He just trusts more. But that makes him better. His confidence makes him better. I've never denied the man's skill set. Watch any video when I talk about Daniel Jones. I've never said that he can't physically do this. I've never said his arm sucks, or he's not accurate, or he's not fast, or that he can't physically do it in the NFL. I've said that he doesn't have the tools of Josh Allen. When people want to compare him to Josh Allen, he doesn't have Josh Allen's skill set. He doesn't have Justin Herbert's skill set. He doesn't need to have that. I've been saying since the beginning of the year, Daniel Jones needs to be the best version of Daniel Jones that the Giants will win football games, and that's what he's been so far. But being able to trust more, being more confident in what you're doing is going to make you more successful. So that is making him better. Again, that's just my opinion. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It's just my opinion. SP, thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it, brother. He says, I'm not sold on any quarterbacks in the draft. I think if we get a mid-teen pick, early 20, good receiver lineman is a great pick for us, hopefully. That's what I'm thinking. If we're picking that late, it's because we made the playoffs. They probably will try to bring Daniel Jones back on a team-friendly 2 or 3 year deal where if he doesn't work out in a year or two, they can dump him. But yes, I believe interior offensive line, maybe cornerback, wide receiver. I think that's where they would look. But we'll find out. We're going to find out. I'm going to enjoy the season before we talk about the draft. But it'll be interesting to see because a lot of people had us picking in the top 10. So, Steve, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Says, not sure if you remember when we were down 10-0. You were the one that said it. I couldn't remember who said it. You said we're down 10-0, and you spelled it O-W-E. We're down 10-0. We got them right where we want them. I didn't know it was you, but I do remember you saying it. I do remember that being said. Triple X, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. We need to take Galladay to a meeting mob style. That I agree with. Listen, man, I'm Italian, brother. I know a guy that makes cement shoes. So we just got to get, I'll tell you what, you get his foot size, you get his shoe size, I'll get the guy to make him the boots. We'll see how he does. Crazy Sifter, thank you for becoming a member, man. I really appreciate it, brother. Crazy Sifter, welcome to the Dog Pound. Where Dog Pound members at? Welcome, Crazy Sifter, into the pound, baby. Thank you for becoming a member, man. Really appreciate it. Bill, my friend, thank you for the sewer chat. Really appreciate it. Just think Baker Mayfield went first, and Sam Darnold went before DJ. Those guys have the grit. DJ has to. Those guys have the grit. DJ has to stick this long. I believe a 2 or 3 year deal. Yeah, if we can get him on 2 or 3 years. Again, I don't want to give him a 5-year massive contract. But if they can give him 2 years, 30 million, 3 years, 45 million, something like that, and we're picking 19th or 20th, I'm not going to have a problem with it. Baker Mayfield, yeah, there you go. There's another guy. It's first overall, not really good. That sucks. Wrong about him. I thought Baker was going to be good. Wrong about that one. I did say Sam Darnold stunk from day one, though. I knew Sam Darnold was going to stink, and he stinks. I thought Baker was going to be good. Baker, not good. I missed on that one, too. I was wrong about that one, too. Is Landon playing on Sunday? Good question. I don't know what the plans are for Landon Collins. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Packer Nation says Giants fans thinking they're a good team. Spelled there wrong, by the way. It's T-H-I. It's T-H-E-I-R. If you're talking about there, it means I'm going over there. I went there. We went over there. Where's the remote? It's over there. That's that there. T-H-E-I-R means that's there. Like there, like I own it. That's there. Their team. They own it. So just give you a little lesson there on some grammar. A good teama. That's just a typo. Makes me laugh. Laugh emoji. We were up 17-3 and out coach. Well, he really typed that fast to get that in there. Okay. 3 words. I have 3 words for you. Hold that L. Hold that L. Thinking they're good. Imagine being a bad team like the Giants and losing after you're leading 17-3. Imagine that. Imagine that team. What does that say about your team then? If you're up 17-3 and you lost to a bad team, what the hell does it say about your team? I don't know. Behind the Fiends, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. He says, Tony stays hurt because his priority isn't football. I guarantee his offseason is spent in a recording studio, not training. I don't know what Tony does. I do know he blocked me on Twitter, which is funny. Again, it's not like I'm sitting here rooting for the guy to suck or rooting against him. I'm not. I like to joke around, man. I have a sense of humor. I am very sarcastic. I like to try to make people laugh. It is what it is. It's just my personality. He took it the wrong way. It is what it is. And it was a derogatory comment. I'm not going to lie. So I don't care that he blocked me, but I just didn't know how he saw the tweet because I didn't like tag him. Like he wouldn't have saw it unless somebody retweeted my tweet at him. Like, I don't know. I didn't tweet it at him. I just said his name, but he wouldn't see that. Like, if somebody puts Baddog in their tweet but doesn't at me, I'm not going to see it if I don't follow them, you know. Alec, thank you for the $5. Boom! Appreciate it. Go Eagles, thank you. Did you see Devontae? I did not see him shove the photographer. I do know that he won me my fantasy league this week, though, because he had 2 big touchdowns. That I do know. Pencil Man, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Damn, ownership finally hired the right GM and coaches. What a difference good coaching makes. Such a difference. Isn't it amazing, Giants fans? And again, I can't speak for everybody because we all have a different opinion. So we all have a different opinion on this stuff. But I think we have the right GM and coaches. I do. Feels different. It feels different. It makes a massive difference. Feels good to win, man. Feels good to be 4-1. Feels good. It's amazing. Randy, thank you, brother. Cowboys fan here. Fantastic win against Packers. Thank you. And I've said this before. You know the Giants. It's amazing when we got Cowboys fans and Eagle fans and Commander fans coming in here saying, I'm happy for you guys. That means a lot to guys like me and Chris and other content creators that have been here for years and have dealt with the lousy football that we've had to watch for years here with the Giants. And for our division rivals to come in and say we're happy for you, man, it means a lot. It does. Because, yeah, we talk shit about each other's teams. We hate each other's teams. But there's so much respect in the NFC East, and it's fun for that to be a good division again like it was when I was growing up. It's fun. We're the most historical division in football, 13 titles, 13 Super Bowl titles. Every team's won a title. No other division's done that. We've played in like 20 of them we have like 20 NFC titles as a division rather. I feel like the best rivalries are in this division. Maybe the NFC North can rival it, but the longest, the oldest, it's fun. It'll be fun at the end of the year if the Giants can continue to play like this. And those NFC East games against Cowboys and Eagles mean a lot. Troy, my friend, thank you for becoming a member, brother. Really appreciate it. Troy, welcome to the Dog Pound. Dog Pound members, you know what to do. Welcome our guy Troy into the pound, baby. Appreciate it. But True like saying my friend says, golly, shoe size 14, make the call. I got it. Let's do it. I had a pair of shoes made for Joe Judge, and he was gone the next year. So hopefully we'll make that pair of shoes, and he can get his ass on the next thing smoking. He won't be back here next year. But golly, what a waste. What a freaking waste, man. Randy, thank you, my friend. He says, NFC East is back, baby. That's what I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. Like I said, when I do the roundtable with Louis T. Lord Brunson, All Nation, in the middle of the season this year, it's going to be a lot more fun for me. It's always fun anyway. I love those guys. But it's going to be a lot more fun for me being able to be a part of the conversation of talking about playoffs and winning the division as opposed to last year. I have nothing to talk about. Alec, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. He says, really hoping DJ gets another contract. Doesn't need to be Herbert or Allen. Neither have won anything yet. We need a team, not Herbert. That's a fact. DJ is good enough to win games with a bad team. Imagine a good one. That is also a fact. That is something that he didn't prove until this year. And again, that has a lot to do with coaching. Now, people could sit here and say the defense has a lot to do with that. Of course it does, but it's a team. It's a team. It's a team game. When Daniel Jones doesn't need to make plays this year, he's made them. He has made them. And I'll be honest, even against the Cowboys, I knew it was a long shot that we were coming back to tie that. But in the back of my head, I thought there was a possibility. Whereas years past, I would have said there's no freaking way. Even last week against Green Bay, I never quit. I just said that's Aaron Rodgers, a different quarterback. But I never gave up. I never said the game was over. Packers went down, scored. There was people in the chat go like, we punted or the Packers converted a third down, whatever it was. People like, game's over. Not this year. It's a different breed. This is a different animal of Big Blue, man. Very different. By the way, hit that thumbs up. We always got 400 likes in here, which is kick ass. So if you haven't hit that like, do that for me. That'd be great. That's free and easy to do. You can also hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. Again, if you're new, I do a lot of Giants videos. Plenty more Giants videos to come. I stream with Chris all the time. We do our Talking Giants show. We do the games. We alternate channels. LakerDog starting up very soon. Not a Laker fan. For those of you new to the channel, I'm a Knicks fan, but I've been streaming the Lakers. This is my 5th year streaming the Lakers. Why do I stream the Lakers if I'm a Knicks fan? Because the Knicks play at 7. The Lakers play most of the games at 10. I have a wife and a 5-year-old. I work a full-time job, and I go to the gym. So I would never be able to see my wife and kid if I did the Knicks. So I do the Lakers after they're sleeping. And it became extremely popular, and that's why I continue to do it. And I have grown attached to doing those games. I like doing the NBA. It's fun. But that's why I do the Lakers. I am not a Laker fan, but Laker basketball, Yankee playoff baseball. So be very busy on the channel. I appreciate you guys and girls being here as always. So like I said, make sure you guys subscribe and hang out, man. It's going to be a fun Giants season. That I can tell you. Triple X, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. He says, ask your guy if he'll make a... Hey, I've heard of cement shoes. My man Triple X said, let's get Tony a cement grill. We're going to get Tony a cement grill. I like that. That's good. That's a good one. Yeah, we'll make Tony a cement grill. Yeah, get that guy cement shoes. Get that guy a cement grill. We'll throw him in the Hudson head first. Danny, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. He says, DJ is a game-winning drive on 3 of the 4 wins. Got here late. All love, man. Yeah, Danny. I mean, listen, Daniel Jones has been awesome. I love it. I just love that we're winning games. It's fantastic. Yeah, I love it. I love that Daniel Jones is playing good. I like it. And I like that I'm not the only one that is like coming around and appreciating what he's doing. You know, I've always said, listen, man, I give criticism when warranted. I give praise when warranted. And again, my opinion. It's my opinion when I feel the guy should be praised and when he shouldn't be. Alec, thank you for the super chat. Oh, you're the one that sent me the cards? I appreciate it. The Mike Glennon card is doing fantastic. It's sitting with the rest of them. It's actually at my fireplace upstairs. Not in my fireplace, but on it. It's electric fireplace. It's not real fire. But yeah, they're just sitting up there because I got to put them in I got to put a lot of cards in boxes. I just have them upstairs on my fireplace because I got to do more with it, but it's all good. It's all good. Thank you for the cards. And yes, the Glennon card, Ross Ollendorf is doing well as well. Triple X saying, my friend, he says, bet you that a hamstring will get better ASCP. It might. I don't know. He'd find something else. Get hurt. Let's hope he's healthy. It'd be nice. But I don't depend on Kadarius Toney, and I don't depend on Kenny Golladay at all. I never feel like they're going to be part of what we do. It doesn't seem like that. This guy again. The Packers should finish with a better record than the Giants. Nobody is saying the Packers are not a good team, but nobody is saying the Packers aren't better than the Giants even. But we won Sunday, and that's all that matters. You have to get over it, and you got to move on. You're fine. You play in a really crappy division. The Vikings are garbage. The Lions and Bears are utter trash. So it's a walk in the park for you. We needed that game more than you did. A lot more than you did. It's a big win for us. You guys have been good for years. You guys are a perennial contender every year. We're not. It's a big win for us. We needed that a lot more than the Packers. The Packers will be fine. That's not going to bother them. It's not like Aaron Rodgers is going to go, oh my God, I lost the game, and then he's going to choke. You guys have that easily. Patrick, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Love the first rounders starting to shut up the doubters. Yes, Kayvon Thibodeau has been very disruptive. Again, people like you don't have a sack. Like people that just look at the stats are not watching the game. I am convinced when people use an argument to say a guy's not productive, they're just looking at stats. There's a lot of other things that Kadarius Toney was doing that didn't show up in the box score. What if Kayvon Thibodeau? What if Kayvon Thibodeau gets the pressure and quarterback's got to move up in the pocket. Lawrence gets a sack. Well, Lawrence gets a sack on paper, and Thibodeau don't get the sack, but he caused the sack. There's a lot more to football than just statistics. There's a lot more to any sport than just statistics. Alec, thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Grill going to injure him. Put him on the Tony report. Yeah, Kadarius Toney thinks that I'm tough on him. Like, if you're going to block me for like 2 tweets I made about you in a video, holy cow, what are you going to do when someone really lays into you, man? I thought I was light on Kadarius Toney. With the way, I mean, God almighty, look what I did to Joe Judge last year. Look at the videos and tweets I made about that guy. Then again, I don't think he was on Twitter. Bodo, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Says, damn it, dog. You said you know people who could get cement shoes. I did. Eventually, you sold those to Ben Roethlisberger's last 4 seasons. I got to be honest, Bodo. I think Roethlisberger was born with cement shoes on his feet. I got to be honest. I think he was born with them. Triple X, thank you, my friend. He says, I meant the new grill will heal the hamstring ASAP. Oh, I gotcha. I don't know. Is the mouth bone connected to the hamstring muscle? I don't know what'll help. I honestly don't know what's going to help Kadarius Toney. He needs to. Who's the guy they got all the? Who was the masseuse guy? Was that Bob Kraft? Did the whole masseuse parlor thing? Maybe he needs to get with Bob Kraft and get a masseuse to get those hamstrings in order. I don't know. Bodo, thank you for the super chat. Are you ever going to wear my Bodo jersey? I absolutely will. I absolutely will. You see where my wife hung the jersey? It's either in my, I don't think it's in my closet down here. It might be. It's either in that closet or the closet upstairs. But I'll tell you what, Bodo. I will wear that. One of these live streams. I will wear the number 47 Bodo jersey in honor of you. It should say Goto on it, though, because you're the GOAT, sir. You are the GOAT. David, my friend, thank you so much. I really appreciate the super chat. He says, I so hope that we keep Dable, Kafka, and Wink for several or many years. I think the 5 of I think they give us a big edge. Oh, God, yes. At least a few. I don't think Wink would ever go anywhere unless he was fired, because I don't think Wink will ever be a head coach. Kafka's young, so I do worry that if the Giants' offense ever became really productive and they started winning games, that is a guy that may walk, that may take a head coaching job. I don't think Wink will ever be a head coach, so I think we'd be okay there. Kafka worries me. Dable will be fine. Dable is not going to take another job. I hope not, anyway. I hope not. Randy, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, brother. He says, Giants played with grit. That is what New Yorkers are made of. I say it all the time, Randy. This is why New Yorkers, even if they don't win, appreciate the guys that spit blood, try hard, give 100% effort. Those 90s Knicks teams did not win anything. They came close, but they didn't. But they ever show, well, Charles Oakley can't go to the Garden anymore. And Anthony Mason passed away, God rest his soul. But if they ever show John Starks or Patrick Ewing or Derek Harper or any of those Knicks, Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston, they ever show those guys in the Garden, they get a massive ovation because they played their ass off for the Knicks. If they showed Stephon Marbury, nobody gives a damn. So that's why New Yorkers respect that, because New Yorkers really we're hustlers. We work hard, we play hard, and we expect the same amount of our players, So, yeah, I agree. Alec, thank you, my friend. The Glennon belongs in the fireplace. Total bum. Thank God we ain't got him, man. Davis Webb, way better. Bones, how is that name? My man Bones bought some Knicks ice cream. How is that Knicks ice cream, my friend? Look good. I saw you send that to me. I was like, man, I want some Knicks right now. I have to wait for after dinner because I'm very regimented, because I don't want to eat. Because if I eat Knicks early in the day, I'm going to want another pint late at night. I can't eat a ton of it. Like, it keeps me it fits my macro plan, but I can't eat 4 pints of Knicks ice cream. That'll blow my macro plan up. And Triple X, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the incredible generosity. And I do appreciate it. He says, only Jesus will help Tony. He may need an exorcism. He may need an exorcism. That was on today. That's a great movie. He might need an exorcism. He might need more than Jesus. I don't know. Bodo, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. He says, just busting your chops about the jersey. I will wear that Bodo jersey, though. I like that. I love the Steelers jerseys. You know, I love you. Bedtime for me. I got to go to the doctor's tomorrow. Afternoon later. Well, hopefully everything checks out, my friend. Thank you for the incredible generosity and support, as always, Goto Winter. Have a great night, and we will see you soon, my friend. But I will wear that Bodo jersey. Boto, number 47, in honor of Mel Blount, one of the greatest cornerbacks in the history of football, and also the reason you can't have contact. Randy, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. He says, Knicks' only issue was the Bulls. No, the New York Knicks. Yeah, the Bulls. Yeah, well, a lot of teams' issues were Chicago and Jordan. We came close in 94 when Jordan wasn't there. That was heartbreaking for me. 99 was a magical run, and I loved the 99 Knicks, but I didn't expect them to beat the Spurs, but I thought we could have beat Houston. I really did. I thought we had a chance to win it that year, and we didn't. It sucked. Alec, thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. Thank you, my friend. You think Nestor should be playing tomorrow over Culver game 1? I do. I know a circus ringleader, Boone, and Silver Spoon Hal. Don't want it to answer by Cole. Facts. That's a fact. But I agree. Nestor Cortez should start game 1. I agree. Think about it. If you are in a best of 5 and you start Nestor Cortez and you win game 1 and you have Garrett Cole for game 2, you're feeling pretty good. You're feeling pretty good. Now, the reason they want to start Garrett Cole is because if it goes 5 games, they want to start him twice. Personally, I'm with you, Alec. I would rather start Nestor over Cole, especially in the side of game 5, without a doubt. So, you know, this guy is still salty over here. Look at this. This guy's still salty. Giants are the worst 4-1 team ever. You guys suck. But we beat you. I mean, what does that say? What does that say about you? You lost. You lost to the worst 4-1 team ever. You lost to a team that absolutely sucks. You should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. I don't have that Target bag anymore that I put over my head last year, but if I did, I would give it to you. You could walk around with a Target bag and put Packers suck or whatever. I don't know. Oh, I know we don't suck. I'm just giving that guy hell. I know we don't suck. Teams that are winning 80% of their games don't suck. That's just a fact. It is what it is. But listen, I'm happy to be 4-1. 417 likes. I'm happy about that too. You guys and girls are absolute legends. Bones, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. He says Nick's ice cream is actually pretty damn good. Yeah, it's good stuff. And like I said, look at the calories. Low calories, man. 300 calories of 3. I mean, the highest calorie pint I saw was 370. The lowest is like 230. You look at a mint chocolate chip from Nick's is 250 calories a pint. You look at the mint chocolate chip from Haagen-Dazs, it's 900 calories a pint. That's insanity. Nick's is better. But I'm glad that you liked it. I appreciate you trying it. My friend. Like I said, Nick's is taking the YouTube community by storm on the Baddog channel. It's good luck. We got to get the Giants. We got to have Nick's be the official ice cream of the New York Giants. Somebody need to bring a couple pints to X-Man and say, Baddog said, give these a try. And McKinney would say, these are damn good. And then he would give them off to Leonard Williams. And Leonard Williams said, what am I going to do with a pint? Give me like a case. And then, they could pass it on to Daniel Jones. And Daniel Jones is going to start throwing 60-yard touchdowns. And everybody's going to be happy. That's the way we can do it. But I appreciate you trying it, man. I'm glad you like it because I think it's amazing stuff. I think it's even the Cowboys fans let the Packers fan know. Is that Randy said $50 million for Rodgers? How's that working out for you, Packer fans? I mean, the guys. I mean, somebody's butthurt, man. somebody's butthurt about losing to the Giants. I don't know. I don't even have a problem with the Packers. I don't even care. I honestly don't care about the Packers. I only cared about them this week. I don't give a damn about Green Bay. I can tell you this. Eli Manning won more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers did. I'll tell you that. What's that feel like? Aaron Rodgers, all that talent, all that money, one Super Bowl. Eli Manning, 2. And Eli Manning played how many less years than Aaron Rodgers has played? Rodgers came into the league after Eli. Yeah. Alec, thank you, my friend. You ready for the Rangers? Ready. Also, RIP Entertainer. Yeah, the Mets. I actually feel bad for the Mets fans, man. It's such a good year. They had the division by so much. The Braves are hurt. The Braves just got red hot. They're champions for a reason. Never underestimate the heart of a champion. Rudy Tomjanovich said it in 95. And the Braves are dangerous. The Braves are hot. I'll be shocked if it's not Braves Dodgers in the NLCS. And that should be a damn good series. Last 2 World Series champions. I would love to have Yankees Dodgers. That is really what I'm hoping for. But we got to get past Houston. Houston gives us all kinds of fits. Do the Jets play the Packers? If I beat the Packers next week, I promise you I'll be unbearable in the state of Wisconsin. That was awesome. That was awesome. I hope you do. I'm glad for the Jets. I'm happy for the Jets. I really am. I really am. This guy again. I did say Jones would be better than Dak. I was wrong. This year, Jones is better than Dak. How many wins does Dak have this year? How many wins does Dak have? How many does Jones have? But does me being wrong, does that make you feel better about your situation? If I tell you that I was wrong about that, does that improve your situation? Is this what you have in life? I'm going to go into this stream. I'm going to tell this guy he was wrong about that. And I'm going to feel good about my situation because he was wrong because he said Jones would be better than Dak Prescott. And that's going to improve my life. Well, if that's what you're hanging on, if that'll help you sleep at night, I did say Jones would be better than Dak Prescott. That was a bad take. But this year, Jones is better than Dak. But I hope that makes you happy. Alec, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. I do not watch F1. I barely watch NASCAR anymore. I really don't. I got out of motorsports. I never watched F1. I did watch NASCAR. I used to go to NASCAR races all the time in the early 2000s. But once they started changing the points and they made it a playoff thing and all this, I got away from it. I hate all the rule changes in NASCAR, not to mention football's on. I'm not watching NASCAR over football. It's not happening. I don't even know who's in it. I know they got to be getting near the end. I know they end in November. I'm a casual Chase Elliott fan, but other than that, I don't. See that? Jones is better than Dak this year. See? It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. So Chapman flew to Miami because he didn't feel like being with a team because he was guaranteed to play. Dude, I'm glad he don't have a playoff spot. I don't trust Chapman in a big spot. How many games has Chapman blown for the Yankees in the last few years? Not a lot. Mike tells him, Packer Nation, learn to lose better. You're going to see years of it when Rodgers retires. That's a fact. That's a fact. I believe that could happen, amazing guy. We shocked the world once. Why not again? I can tell you this, man. I have way more confidence going into this game at this point in the year than I did at the beginning of the year. I thought Baltimore would blow us out. They're not blowing us out. Nobody's blowing this team out. I think the Giants will fight the entire year. So Do you have a poster of me in your room? I'm glad. Thank you for watching the channel. Appreciate it. I won't have a mental breakdown when Cole blows it at all. I've been watching sports a long time. That's not giving me a mental breakdown. It may piss me off. It ain't going to give me a mental breakdown, though. At all. At all. I actually feel bad for you. I do. I some people on the internet, like I really do feel sorry for these people because I know by their comments, they really don't have anything in life. Nobody likes them. They have no friends. They have zero confidence in themselves and anything they do. And they pretty much fail at everything they do. And this is the way that they, exert their anger at themselves. That's all this is. It's classic Psych 101. It's classic Psych 101. So I really do feel bad for you. I hope your life picks up. I hope you find a girlfriend. I hope you get some friends. I hope you succeed at whatever you're trying to succeed at. But I can tell you this, and this is honest God's truth. If you leave this stream with nothing else, leave it with this. Worrying about me or insulting me is never going to make your life better. If you spend your time worrying about other people, you will never improve yourself. Worry about yourself. Mind your own business, right? Worry about yourself. Shouldn't worry about what anybody else is doing unless it directly affects you. What I do shouldn't matter to you. Me being right or wrong shouldn't matter to you. Me getting pissed off should not matter to you. If your life hinges on a YouTube video maker's attitude, again, I'm sorry that your life is that meaningless. I don't know what else to say, man. I don't know what else to say. It's just a fact. That goes for anybody. People spend way too much time worrying about what other people do. Worry about yourself. I don't know why people are so concerned about what other people do. I will never get that. Especially on the internet, especially on social media, when you don't even know the person, when you're never going to meet the person. It is what it is. Hold the L. You lost the game. It's over. Move on. Move on. He probably does. He's probably a high school kid. It's just my guess. Probably a high school kid. But it is what it is. Whatever. Trying to help him out. That's free, by the way. You go to a normal psychologist, it's like $200 an hour. That was free advice. I just gave you $200 worth of advice. Do with it what you will. Maybe he's still mad because of this. Maybe that's why he's still mad. Maybe he's older. Maybe he's my age and he just has the mentality of a 15-year-old. But Amazing Guy probably is right. He's still mad at 2007 and 2011 when we beat their ass and then went to the Super Bowl and won it. That could be it too. But as guys, that was fun. Victory Mondays are always fun. I am going to get some sleep, although I am taking the day off of work tomorrow because, again, as if you weren't here earlier, I have a cracked right front axle in my car, and I need to get that fixed. Luckily, the dealership is not too far from me, but I do need to take that. But I do have to get up early and bring that thing in the morning. So I'm going to get out of here again. I appreciate you all hanging out. You guys and girls are the absolute best. Giants fans, enjoy this. We are 4-1 all week. Continue to hold those W's. Nobody can take them away. Nobody can diminish it. Nobody can pull it. Nobody can say you suck. You shouldn't have won. And then all of a sudden we have 2 wins. Nope, we're 4-1. We have a very tough game on Sunday. We got to get healthy. Hopefully Azeez Ojulari. Hopefully Leonard Williams can play. It'd be nice to get Kadarius Toney back in the field. Whether I pick on the guy or not, it'd be nice to have him on the field. He would certainly help on the offense. And let's win a game against Baltimore. Let's get it done. Thank you guys and girls for being here. Always appreciate your support. You're amazing. Feels good to be 4-1. Let's do this again next Monday. And let's hope it's another victory stream. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everybody. It is the Bear Diggity Dizzle, and I'm out. Peace.